Hey, Charlie.
Let's talk.
It's the right talk.
Charlie?
Welcome.
Charlie Speaks. You listen on your time. Get the show on demand. Text podcast to 800. Game show on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
All right, let's go to the Ingalls Market Talk line. We'll talk to Randy in Rock Hill. What's going on, Randy?
Hey, Charlie, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. What's up?
Hey, based on your professional opinion on the primary results previously, which counties you think Ralph needs to really concentrate on?
Well, if you went back and you looked at the results, I mean, anything over there in the 3rd Congressional District, I think he needs to hit there because all those people went for Russell Fry pretty heavily. But I'm going to tell you what, everywhere but the upstate. I hope he's been traveling this state just nonstop. She won a lot of counties here in South Carolina. Now, Ralph won the upstate. And, you know, we were a little more populated. Russell Fry won his district basically over there in the 3rd Congressional District, all along that corridor. But he's got to get that low country, man. He's got to get a good showing in the low country for this to happen.
And why do you think Russell Fry endorsed Darlene Graham?
As a favor to Trump? Yeah. He wants to stay in Trump's good graces. That's what that was all about.
I appreciate it, Charlie.
Well, thank you, Randy. I appreciate you. Thank you. So they're going to be having the big to-do going on this evening over in Myrtle Beach. Well, there's another to-do in Anderson this afternoon. The doors open at 6 o'clock, Anderson Civic Center. The town hall starts at 6:30. It is going to be moderated by our very own Tara Servatius. I know you want to show up for that, so y'all head on over there. Again, doors open at 6 o'clock. They got food there for you and all of that. But here's the thing, though, because one thing that we have really not seen a whole lot of in the past couple of weeks is polling, right? Now, this is a big if you were Lindsey Graham's staff, now Darlene Graham's staff, wouldn't you want to be doing some polling? I would want to be doing some polling to find out exactly what this race, because this is important. You got to remember, not only are we talking about Darlene Graham, we're talking about that staff that's been in D.C. forever and in Columbia forever, and wherever they're operating out of, they have been there for a long time, and they are very used to those jobs. They like those jobs. So don't you imagine there would be some polling going on? I would. But the fact that Darlene Graham has not come out, or in her campaign has not come out and said, hey, look at this polling we got. We're up by leaps and bounds. That kind of tells me a lot. Because we know they're doing the polling. But what they're not doing is releasing the polling. They're not releasing the polling. And that tells me maybe these polls aren't what they want us to believe. Now, there was one internal Ralph Norman poll that I did see, and that had him up by about 12 points. Now, yeah, that was an internal poll, and you take that with a grain of salt. But the Graham campaign, I mean, they can do their own internal polling, and they can start bragging about those. Let's go to Chad in Boiling Springs. Chad, welcome.
Hey, Charlie, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
I know you're all about the numbers. Just left the voting in Spartanburg. I was number 750.
750. Do you know if that was probably for the day?
Yes, sir. It was for the day. For the total, when I put my ballot in, it was at 14,887, and then it went to 14,888.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right, but Chad, I appreciate it, buddy. You're right. I do love those numbers. Ingalls Market Talk Line, 800-9050-989. That's also the Common Sense Retirement Planning text line. But I do think this race is going to be close. I really do. Charlie, go back and listen to Joey's show this morning. He had Pamela Avett on, basically campaigning for Darlene, and she took a shot at quote unquote, some WORD host. Oh, well. Oh, well. I don't care. Take a shot. Let's see. Charlie, she thinks Trump support is going to win the election. Well, there you go. Charlie, I hope you know our esteemed second-in-command governor took some shots at you today while talking to Joey. I'm going to have to go back and listen to that because that is an honor for me. That is an honor for me. It really is. For somebody to take a shot at me like that, heck yeah. I'll wear that as a badge, man. I'll have it. Give me the merit badge. Get me the merit badge. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Talking about upstate hosts. Let's go to Eric in Easley. How you doing, Eric?
Good. I was wondering what you thought about both of our senators being appointed by our governor. I mean, both of them will be if she wins. And is it true Trump's going to be here at 3 events between now and Tuesday? Did I understand that right?
That I haven't heard. 3 events?
Well, I might have misunderstood.
I know he's got the one in Myrtle Beach tonight, but I don't know of the other 2. I'll have to double check on that.
But he's not going to be at Anderson?
That I don't know. If any, well, you tell me. You folks out there tell me. Have you heard anything about Donald Trump being in Anderson coming up?
Last time Lindsey spoke at Anderson, he got booed off the stage.
Yeah, that was Pickens. I was there on that very, very hot day. It was amazing. I appreciate it, Eric. Thank you. But I haven't heard any more. But now wait a minute. Now you can understand Donald Trump being at a rally, but 3 of them? No, it's not going to be on the same day, JJ. JJ. Apparently, it's going to be on different days. But then again, I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing of this. But if that were to happen, that tells me she's in huge trouble. Huge trouble. If you get out there, and JJ's like, yeah, you got to shore up the weaknesses. Okay, that tells me there's a weakness, massive amounts of weakness. Charlie, why is President Trump endorsing this idiot, Darlene Graham? I don't know. I wish I could tell you. We'll go back and rehash this just briefly. We thought she was going to be a placeholder. She was just going to be in to fill out, to fill the Lindsey's term, and then we were going to have a primary. It was going to be a clean primary with no incumbents. Okay. And everybody was like, you know what? Yeah, I could see that. All right, that's cool. All right, yeah. Get her in there as a placeholder. That's fine, But then all of a sudden, there was some meeting with Donald Trump in the Oval Office, and now he's endorsing her? My question is, because remember, this is Washington, D.C. You don't get nothing for nothing. You only get something for something. What something did she promise Donald Trump to get his endorsement? That's the big question. The big question. Charlie, I think Anderson, he might be thinking about Ralph Norman and Tara. That's true. Oh, that's true. He can't be at that. He's got the big IndyCar event in D.C. this weekend. It's going to be all weekend long. That's pretty cool. Charlie, we don't need to. All right, that's wrong. Charlie, I'm going to the Civic Center today. Good. That's the doors open there at 6 o'clock. They'll start that town hall at 6:30. So, yes, this is going to be a very close race. Early voting ends about an hour and a half from now. If you don't get to the polls in the next hour and a half, you're going to have to wait until Tuesday. Tuesday, the polling hours will be 7 to 7. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
You've stepped into the Upstate Talk Octagon. A few left jabs and a lot of right uppercuts. It's the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas. Let your fingers do the talking.
Text the Common Sense Retirement Planning text line at 800-905-0989.
This is the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Have you heard any lies about Darlene Graham? Have you heard any lies about her? Anybody? Because I don't remember hearing any. The only thing I remember hearing is the truth about her. The truth about Darlene Graham. Doesn't have any experience. Messed up the debate wildly. I mean, even Megyn Kelly. Oh, my goodness. Megyn Kelly played that clip, and she was like, oh, I cannot believe what I just heard. Cannot believe what I just heard. Let's take a look. Let's take a listen to Megyn Kelly right here. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Here we go. Here's Megyn Kelly playing the clip.
I'm just going to be honest here. I'm not on national security. I'm not that informed on national security. So, but I do support the military.
Oh God, I'm mortified by that answer. Like, it's not really exactly her fault, although she did accept the appointment. But has no one looked into whether she knows anything about politics, world events, international events? Like, this actually is an important thing to understand as a U.S. senator.
Yeah, I think she may have just lost the runoff with that one statement.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Now here's the thing. Everybody talks about vetting candidates. We're going to vet the best Is that the best candidate? Now, she has said that she is willing to learn. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I am willing to learn. Well, my question is, who's going to teach you? The staff that you have right now? Is that where you're going to learn from? Those people? This has been, what an embarrassment. It literally, everybody's talking about this now. This wasn't just, oh, hey, did you hear what happened in South Carolina? This was, OMG, did you hear what that woman said? And everybody knew. You didn't even have to say what woman and what she said. You just, oh, yes, I did hear what she said. She became a meme immediately. And everybody was talking about it. And you know good and well, all of you Darlene supporters out there, you know good and well, if Dr. Annie Andrews had said this, the same exact quote, you'd be like, oh, see, not qualified. See, right there. That's what we're talking about. Not qualified. So there have been no lies told about Darlene Graham. I can't think of any. If you guys can think of any of the lies, let me know. Right? Charlie, don't like how she said most South Carolinians can't find Taiwan on the map. Well, that wasn't her saying that. That was Sean Hannity saying that. He said, most Americans, much less South Carolinians, could find Taiwan on the map. Excusing all of this away. But again, I haven't heard any lies about Darlene Graham. I have heard a lot of lies about Ralph Norman. Heard one this morning on one of the ads. Ralph Norman voted against pay raises for our troops. They don't tell you anything about that vote. Some of those votes were under the Biden administration. And some of those NDAAs, the National Defense Authorization Acts, that he voted against included radical DEI agendas, promoting DEI in our military, allowing the gay pride flag to be hung at our military bases, mandatory DEI training for our troops, critical race theory, and allowing transgenders in our military. Now, Would you vote for that? I wouldn't vote for that. Heck no. Now, were military raises in there? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Charlie, I thought you was at, oh my gosh, I thought you was at that meeting between Trump. Darlene, you said the other day she promised him everything. I said she probably did. Probably did. So, and Dave, we know what you think. And Dave, by the way, I thought you weren't going to listen to the show anymore. Isn't that amazing? So anyway, no, we don't know. We don't know. I've said time and time again, I don't know what was said in that meeting, but promises had to be made for some reason. And the only thing that I can hope is if she does win this nomination and she goes on to be the next elected senator from South Carolina, she's going to support Donald Trump 100% of the time. Now, what happens after he gets out of office, we don't know. We have no idea. Charlie mentioned her Democrat donors. Absolutely. Her donors. And one of the PACs is led by, first of all, the PAC is giving $1 million to her. And the guy that runs the PAC, he gave $11 million to Kamala Harris. Let's go to Dan from Greer and talk about it. What's going on, Dan?
Okay, this is what doesn't make any sense to me. Is the Democrats want her in and Trump wants her in. It makes absolutely no sense. So what I think is when she went up to D.C. after her brother died, Trump got her in a room. I think that he's got so much dirt on Lindsey that she wants to protect his legacy. So I think he's going to be blackmailing her to do exactly what he wants. And then when he's out of office or whatever, she's on her own. But that's just kind of a little theory I've come up with. I don't know if anybody's ever said that, but it kind of makes sense to me.
No, I will say you were the first person I've heard to say that, Dan. I appreciate it. Let's go to Tennessee Tiger in Greenville. What's going on, Tennessee?
Hey, Charlie, it's a great day, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is. What's going on?
Listen, the debate that is now probably worldwide, here's what she was thinking with that question. Okay, she probably was over at her friend's house. What's her name that she said she didn't know?
Katrina Sheeling.
And they watched, yes, and they probably watched all those game shows, you know, where you get the question.
Right.
And so she was thinking, which one do I use? Let's see, a phone a friend?
Yeah.
Ask the audience. 50-50, remove 2 incorrect wrong answers.
Yeah.
Leaving 1 right and 1 wrong. Swap the question and get a toss-up question. Make 2 guesses. If the first one is wrong, then the second one's right. You know, she just looked like, you know, can I call timeout?
Yeah, she really did. She was. It looked to me like at that moment she would rather have been anywhere else on the planet than on that stage. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and some of the callers, which I can't prove this, that called in this week and said they were going to vote for her, which is they're right. But to me, the way they stated that is as if they were trying to influence some people and they weren't really voting. Or maybe they couldn't vote. In other words, they were at with another party.
Yeah.
You know.
I got you. Well, heck, I mean, that's no surprise. I appreciate it, Tennessee. In fact, we've got Representative Annie McDaniel. She was, because she took it down when we discovered it, she was putting it out there that Democrats should vote in this runoff. Representative Annie McDaniel, Democrat, encouraging Democrats to get out there and vote. Interesting. Charlie, one lie that was told about Darlene was that she's a qualified conservative. You may have hit on one. Let's go to Keith in Landrum. Keith, welcome.
Hey, Charlie, how are you today?
I'm really good. What's up, man?
So I wanted to call about this mailer I got in the mail yesterday from Darlene Graham's. It says, proven conservative committed. And then her accomplishments say, she cast the first vote in the Senate to advance President Trump's peace through strength agenda and strength America's military. Made the Save America Act the first bill she co-sponsored. Was she even there when they put that bill in? I don't
Doesn't
think
matter.
So.
You can go. You can sign your name to anything in the Senate. Doesn't matter. She had nothing to do with it. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
It also says she co-sponsored legislation in the first week in office to protect the sanctity of life of the unborn, enhance immigration enforcement, stand with law enforcement, defend the Second Amendment, and protect American taxpayers.
But again, co-sponsor, you're just signing on to somebody else's work. That's
Exactly.
literally all she did. She did no research. She didn't know anything. She just like that sounds like a good thing.
Yep,
So,
just all manipulation. If people don't really
yeah.
look into it, they won't understand.
You're right. Appreciate it, Keith, buddy. Thank you. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Giving the left heartburn. Afternoons 3 to 7. Dum. It's the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9
WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Good afternoon. Good. Okay.
That's exactly how we run Top Notch Plumbing.
Oh, no.
When one of our techs show up, you're getting someone who's there to take care of you, treat your home with respect, and actually solve the problem. We take the time to find the root of the issue and stand behind our work. Save my number in your phone today in case you ever need us. 864-634-6437. That's 864-634-6437. Or visit topnotchplumbing.sc.com.
This message brought to you by American Veteran Air Conditioning, veteran-owned and run, amvetair.com.
For heating and cooling you can trust in the upstate, choose American Veteran Air and Heat. Get $100 off any service today. Our locally owned, veteran-operated team guarantees your 100% satisfaction. Experience service that honors at amvetair.com.
Most investment decisions are driven by either greed or fear, but a common sense retirement roadmap will help keep you right in the middle and balanced. You can do that in Greenville, Spartanburg, or Anderson. Go to our website, csrp.info. Common sense. It is what defines us.
Text or call. One number does it all.
800-905-0989.
This is the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
All right, let's go to Leonard in Spartanburg. What's going on, Leonard?
Hey, buddy. Thanks for taking my call, Charlie. I
Yes,
enjoy
sir.
listening to your show.
Thank you, man.
Two areas of question that I hope you can elaborate on, and I'll hang up and enjoy the radio.
Thank
you. The first is, why did we cancel our thing tonight for the most part just for Trump and Lindsey Graham's sister? And why did we compromise? We should just kept going, I think. But maybe you can tell me, why I'm wrong on that. But second is, if the Hormuz only allows the 5% of the oil flow, why is that affecting the oil prices so high? And if we're producing the most oil in the world, why are our gas prices still so high? And I don't mean it. I'm a Trump supporter, and I'm a Norman man all the way. So I just hoping you could elaborate on it a little bit. Thank you so much.
I will elaborate on both of those. I appreciate it, Leonard. The number one, I have no idea why. Well, they had to turn this into a town hall because it was going to be like a dual forum between Darlene Graham and Ralph Norman. She's going to be in Myrtle Beach with the president, so they just made it a town hall. Now, as far as the oil is concerned, I use the peaches analogy. All right, so you've got all of these peaches that you have grown in your orchard, and you take those peaches and you send them to the market. Once that goes to the market, you don't have any once you get paid for those peaches, you don't have any control over the price of those peaches once they hit Publix or whatever store that you're going to. Those stores and the market price is determined. Everything that we produce here in the United States goes into the global market. All right? When oil can't flow to the global market because of what is going on in Hormuz, well, that makes the market scared, and they raise the prices because the market always wants to make money. So it's not just like we made our oil and we can keep it. We have to put it on the market. Because if we don't, the market could revolt against us and do away with the petrodollar. Now, the petrodollar is anytime you buy energy, oil, natural gas, liquid natural gas, no matter what it is, that has to be bought with American dollars. And that helps the American dollar be bolstered up. I hope that answered a little bit of it for you. Let's go to Mike in Anderson. Mike, welcome.
Yeah, good day to you, sir.
Yes,
we
sir.
voted for Ralph Norman, by the way.
Okay.
And got some encouraging news that I think is going to happen. I think Ralph Norman's going to win it because if you remember the governor's race, Pamela Abbott was ahead by like 30-something% of the vote after the primary.
Yeah.
And Alan Wilson was at like 20-something. But it's going to be the same thing here with Hillary Clinton and Ralph Norman running together or against each other.
Yeah.
Because she's at 30-something, he's at 20-something, but he's going to get all the other people's votes.
Yeah, it's all
other
gonna,
than yeah.
all going to depend on voter turnout. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna believe that. Yeah. Oh, voter turnout. We were at like 2,212 was my number.
Yeah.
And my wife's number was 214.
There you go. All
She
right.
said that was for the day. I don't know. I hope it was.
That would
You know?
be
Anderson,
a big that would be a big Friday for those folks. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ann in Spartanburg. What's going on, Ann?
Hey, I appreciate you taking my call,
Yeah.
and thanks for all you do.
Thank you.
I'm just curious about Lindsay's sister, how she can take the oath of office, which says that she will defend the Constitution against all enemies foreign, is the first thing.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know who our foreign enemies are.
Interesting point. But she is willing to learn, right? Willing to learn. I appreciate it, Ann. Thank you. You know, I saw Andre Bauer yesterday when I was voting. My wife and I saw him and his wife, and they were all dressed up. And I thought, well, they look nice, but Andre's kind of a close horse anyway. But I did not realize this. Andre Bauer just got appointed the ambassador to Belize. You lucky duck. Man, those beaches are nice. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
15 minutes of breaking news and stimulating talk begins every hour, every afternoon on The Charlie James Show.
News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Listen to News Talk 98.9 WORD on the Odyssey app and TuneIn apps. And now, the iHeartRadio app.
They cover everything, everywhere.
And it's changing fast.
News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Do you have a question about your home? Y'all call Wally.
Welcome to Y'all Call Wally with Waldrop Plumbing, Air, and Electric's Wally the Walrus.
Hey there, Dan.
Let's go to our first caller. Stuart, you're wondering if your AC is working as well as it should.
Wally, when I feel the air coming out, it used to be like, cold, but now it feels more like,
I know what you mean.
Don't get me wrong, when I go to the beach, I like it to be, but at night, when I go to bed, it needs to be,
Exactly.
You guys know this show is supposed to be in English, right?
Dan, if your air conditioner isn't delivering the cold you need, have one of our expert technicians look at it right away. A simple repair could have you feeling hurdy in no time.
I'm sorry, feeling...
I was born north of Sweden, Dan, so that's how I say it.
We're gonna get letters. Join us again next time, folks, on...
.com.
Conservative phony Ralph Norman, rejected by President Trump for governor and now U.S. Senate. Why? Because reject Ralph Norman employed illegal immigrants, putting personal profits over hard-working South Carolinians. And a supposed fiscal conservative, reject Ralph Norman backed a failed $115 million taxpayer-funded handout to the Carolina Panthers, all to land himself a $35 million road right next to his personal real estate investment. But then, after lining his own pockets, greedy Ralph Norman opposed a pay raise for our troops 5 times, even voting against care for disabled veterans. Conservative phony Ralph Norman, rejected by President Trump to stop him from failing us ever again. On August 25th, join President Trump and the MAGA movement. Vote no and reject 20-year failed career politician Ralph Norman. CISPAC paid for and is responsible for the content of this ad, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Security is strengthpack.com.
I felt a jackhammering pain in my jaw.
Like someone sawing my bones. Barbed wire in my shoulder.
Like a cattle prod in my hip.
Like I put my foot in a blender.
Pain is different for everyone. But where pain starts, Jurnavix suzetrigine begins. Jurnavix is a non-opioid 50-milligram prescription tablet for adults with moderate to severe acute pain that reduces pain signals before they reach the brain. Before those signals tell the brain to feel
like I punched an angry beehive.
And pain reduction can finally begin. Do not take Jurnavix with CYP3A inhibitors. Avoid use with grapefruit or liver problems, as these may increase side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medicines if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Jurnavix may make certain medicines and birth control less effective. Side effects include itching, muscle spasms, rash, and elevated muscle enzymes. To learn more about Jurnavix, ask your doctor. Call 1-833-589-PAIN or visit Jurnavix.com.
It is not hard to destroy a college.
Last season, the podcast Campus Files brought you stories of fraternity drug rings, stolen body parts, campus cults, and more.
And now, Campus Files is back for another season.
There's a guy screaming into his phone. He's like, I just saw Charlie Kirk get assassinated right in front of me.
Every week is a new episode and a new story.
It was so chaotic.
It's almost like a university under siege.
Listen to and follow Campus Files. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
WYRD-FM.
WYRD HD1. Spartanburg.
Greenville.
Anderson. Clemson.
From the Carolinas 24/7 News Center.
15 minutes of nonstop breaking news and stimulating talk.
Begins now on News Talk 98.9.
98.9.
WORD. Here's this hour's big story.
An update on the cyber attack against a major healthcare provider in the upstate. Hello, I'm Rob Jones in the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 News Center. A major upstate healthcare system has confirmed that data was stolen during a cyber attack last month. Officials with ANMED say they are working to determine exactly what data was involved. The CEO of ANMED posted a social media video addressing the attack and provided an update. ANMED says it will notify anyone who was directly affected by the data breach. Messages from a hacker group claiming they carried out the attack were posted to ANMED's Facebook page earlier this month. The group of cyber criminals calls themselves the Gentlemen. They claim to have stolen private patient data from ANMED and demanded to be paid a ransom not to release it. A Texas judge is considering a new trial for Carmelo Anthony, the teenager convicted of killing fellow high school athlete Austin Metcalf due to certain evidence that was not presented in the first trial. Fox's Garrett Tenney has more from Texas.
On Carmelo Anthony, prosecutors now say he had a history of getting into fights, was obsessed with knives and guns, and fantasized about stabbing someone. In one text message to his girlfriend, Anthony said this: "When I stab somebody, I'm going to lick their blood off the blade." His attorneys argue it was in self-defense, and in court, they argued Metcalf had a history and a reputation for bullying and being violent, particularly towards minorities. The reason none of that came out in court, though, is because both sides agreed they didn't want to introduce it. That agreement, though, is now a key piece of the defense's arguments for a new trial.
Prosecutors argue Anthony did not take the stand in his first trial to prevent evidence pertaining to his history of violence from being used
I'd have let you know
against
if they
him in
weren't
court.
by
The
this
defense
point.
is rested in the trial of a mother accused of killing her 3 young children. Fox's Tanya J. Powers has the details.
Following testimony on postpartum psychosis from a forensic psychiatrist, the defense in the Lindsay Clancy trial rested its case and the prosecution began its rebuttal. Clancy is accused of strangling her 3 children, all under age 6, in January 2023. She has pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Her lawyers do not contest that Clancy was responsible for the deaths, but instead argue that she should not be held criminally liable because she was suffering from postpartum psychosis at the time. Prosecutors say Clancy, a former labor and delivery nurse, planned the killings. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
A Western North Carolina couple has been sentenced to federal drug trafficking charges. Officials say 47-year-old Jason Mills has entered guilty pleas to charges of distributing fentanyl and intent to distribute meth and fentanyl. 40-year-old Stephanie Hope Lindsay, his former girlfriend, also pleaded guilty to a charge of distribution of fentanyl. Court records say that Lindsay was involved in a drug trafficking activity with Mills. He was searched in 2024 in Asheville. Over 3 ounces of both fentanyl and meth were found, along with $2,000 in cash. Court records say more drugs were found during a subsequent search of his vehicle. Mills was on federal probation out of Florida when the crimes happened in North Carolina. He's been sentenced to over 11 years in federal prison. However, that sentence will not start until he serves his time for violating probation. Lindsay has been sentenced to nearly 4 years in federal prison as well. There's no parole or early release in the federal system. News Talk 98.9 WORD News Time is now 5:04.
1 minute to traffic.
Now, News Talk 98.9
WORD Business News.
A couple of bellwether merchandisers buffeting the headwinds of a nervous retail economy in their own way. Target reporting quarterly sales up 3.8%, its strongest gain in years.
Target's turnaround plan appears to be working. The company's now predicting sales will increase 5% this year after an upbeat quarter boosted by its discounting of popular items. CEO Michael Fidelki took over the company company earlier this year and has been refreshing its product assortment, lowering some prices, and improving its store layouts.
Although Walmart had a 2.6% sales increase.
That's the smallest sales gain in more than 6 years. Much of Walmart's growth in recent months came from a more than 20% increase in online shopping and revenue from ads that run on Walmart Plus and in stores.
That's Jenny Gazzola. I'm Roger Davis, News Talk 98.9 WORD Business News.
Now your News Talk 98.9 WORD traffic report. You've got slowdowns starting 85 southbound between Spartanburg and Greenville. It's the usual suspects at GSP area, Brotman, McClyman, Aviation Parkway, and Highway 14, 10 to 15 miles per hour throughout that stretch. So look out for that. That's going to be slow for the next couple of hours probably. 85 north is slow at Pelham Road at the 385 interchange, Woodruff Road, and Lawrence Road, just past the Lawrence Road exit, all at 15 to 20 miles per hour throughout that stretch. And then you've got some other slowdowns as well around Greenville at 25 northbound and Stanton Bridge Road, Anderson Road. You're only 10 to 15 miles per hour throughout that stretch as well. Everything else looks like it's moving pretty close to posted speeds as of right now. Now it's time for the Carolina's most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center.
For this afternoon, partial sunshine, a chance for scattered storms with highs working up to 90. For tonight, storms likely, a low of 70. Saturday, partly sunny up to 89, and for Sunday, highs reaching 90. I'm meteorologist Michael Caro from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Right now, it's 87.
Download the free Odyssey app, follow News Talk 98.9 WORD, have news alerts that straight to your phone. I'm Rob Jones, and coming up, it's another hour of the award-winning Charlie James Show right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Clear.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's talk.
It's the right talk.
Charlie.
Welcome. This is the Charlie James Show.
Now we're talking.
News Talk 98.9
WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
America is back.
Yes, sir. Let's go to the phones. It's the Ingles Market Talk Line, 800-9050-989. We'll talk to Donna in Anderson. Donna, welcome.
Hey, Charlie, listen, I had a great idea.
Okay.
The last vote, the percentages that they had?
Yeah.
Graham came in first. I think if you can help me on these, I think Graham was around 33 and Norman was about 25. And then if you can pull them up if you have them. Fry, I think, came in third, and then I think it was Sanford fourth and Lynch fifth. Does that sound right to you?
That does sound, hold on, I'm going to confirm that here in just a second, but that does sound right, yeah.
Okay, well, so just while you're looking them up, my idea is if we take Graham's vote, and then Fry, when he lost, then he endorsed Graham. Now take Norman's percent and take Sanford, who endorsed him, and Lynch, who endorsed him. Let's add those together. And then the 6th through 10th candidates, I think there were 10 or 12, who knows, some of them didn't endorse anybody, and
Right.
and even if we took just a couple of percentages on them, if we can add those up, then we can see. We know that Graham and Fry people are going to go for Graham and Fry. They're not going to change. And
Yeah.
so can we take Norman's and Sanford's and Lynch's and add them all together and see who comes out higher? It's going to be close.
I think it is, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, this is going to be a very close race.
Right. I mean,
You
can
know?
we actually see the numbers? Did they come up?
I don't have those. I would have to actually break out the calculator and do that, but I promise you I will do that.
That'd be awesome. I think that'll give us a really good, because I don't think people are going to change their minds at this point. And I just want to make a quick point. You know, when you asked if there were any lies about Darlene, in my sarcastic humor here, the only time I've heard lies about her came out of her own mouth when she said she was a conservative Republican and she accomplished more in 20 days than Norman did in 20 years.
Yeah, nobody's asking, like, what exactly did you accomplish?
Yeah, just saying. She, you know, and when she says she voted, I'm so glad you cleared that up. Is, you know how on the bills, like they have this huge bill, and there's a whole bunch of crap, like the DEI and the CRT and all that other stuff, and then they put in paychecks for veterans or soldiers, something like that.
Yeah.
And then when Ralph votes against it, they go to that one line that they purposely stuff in there to try to get all the junk passed. They always do that. And they go, oh, look, he took the money away from our soldiers. No, he voted down DEI.
Exactly.
We know the game, guys.
Yep, you're exactly right. We do know the game. So I'm kind of trying to do some math here while you're talking to me. But Donna, I appreciate it. Thank you. So if you take Norman, Ralph Norman, Mark Lynch, and Russell Fry, and Mark Sanford, and you put those together, that's 49.49%. If you take Russell Fry, let me just, and this I might not be all that accurate here, but if you take Russell Fry, let's say 19.66 plus 32.75, she's got 52.38. So that would be 45.9 to 52.38. If everybody in all of the endorsements went for her, if everybody that voted for Russell Fry, and I don't think they're going to. If all of those people voted for her, but then again, you can say that about all of these folks. So, again, I think it's going to be a very close race. Let's go to Derek from Greenville. Derek, welcome.
Oh, thank you, Charlie. Love
Yes,
the show and
thank you.
first-time caller.
There you go. All right, man. What's up?
So, well, when I first heard that Trump was endorsing Darlene, I was disappointed. But the more that I think about it, it may be a blessing in disguise because, you know, we have the open primaries, and Democrats, they'll cross party lines and vote for candidates like, you know, Lindsey Graham because he's the less liberal of the Republicans, or more liberal, I should say. And, you know, I think that's why he was in office as long as he was.
Yeah.
But I think these crossover Democrats, when they find out that Trump is endorsing Darlene, their PDS is going to kick in, and I think they won't vote for her. And, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump endorsing Darlene actually helps Ralph Norman win the race.
Yeah, you might be right. We'll see. Now, here's the thing, though, because we've got Representative Annie McDaniel. She's a member of our state house. She is encouraging, or was encouraging, Democrats to get out there and vote in this runoff election. Because, you see, our primaries are open here in South Carolina. Now, check this out. Check this out for just a second. So all of those people on that huge list of all these state legislators that are voting for Darlene Graham or endorsing Darlene Graham, those are the same people that voted, are you ready, against closing our primaries. Now do you see why? People always ask me, Charlie, why don't they close the primaries? They don't want to. Why? Situations just like this. They want the Democrats out there voting. They do. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
15 minutes of breaking news and stimulating talk begins every hour, every afternoon on the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
Now your News Talk 98.9 WORD traffic report. You've got slowdowns 85 southbound between Spartanburg and Greenville, 85 south at Brotman, McClyman, Aviation Parkway and Highway 14, 10 to 15 miles per hour throughout that stretch. 85 northbound also slow to 385 interchange, Woodruff Road, and about a mile past the Lawrence Road exit. You're 15 to 20 miles per hour throughout that stretch as well. And then you've got some slowdowns around Malden Road and Lawrence Road at 30 to 35 miles per hour on 85 northbound as well to look out for. So all of that going on, plus 25 northbound, you're slow at Stanton Bridge and Anderson Road, 10 to 15 miles per hour throughout that stretch. Everything else looks like it's moving around posted speeds. Right now it's time for the Carolinas' most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center.
For this afternoon, partial sunshine, a chance for scattered storms with highs working up to 90.
Clear.
For tonight, storms likely, a low of 70. Saturday, partly sunny up to 89, and for Sunday, highs reaching 90. I'm meteorologist Michael Carroll from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Right now, it's 87.
Straight Talk with Bill Frady.
See, the Iranian government hackers have penetrated water systems around the country here. And this is the indication of what the American left, politicians and the media, think about national security. They just don't care. The attacks occurred beginning in the middle of last week after the FBI and the EPA warned of the possibility of bad actors based in Iran striking targets in the U.S.
Straight Talk with Bill Frady. Now weekdays noon to 3.
News Talk 98.9
WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
Ingalls. Low prices, love the savings. Sometimes it's the little victories that mean the most. At Ingalls, we know there's no one you'd rather share those miniature memorable moments with than family. Ingalls. All the ingredients for family.
I'm just going to be honest here. I'm not that informed on national security.
Darlene Graham is a nice lady way out of her league. One thing for a brief appointment, but not for the next 6 years as a U.S. Senator. Darlene Graham's never taken a position on anything, has no strong beliefs, and doesn't even know where our most important ally against China is on a map. It's just embarrassing.
50 million people in South Carolina.
Darlene Graham is a naive, inexperienced rookie who the swamp will manipulate and control. That's why they're spending millions attacking Ralph Norman. For conservatives, for taxpayers, for freedom, only one choice. Ralph Norman. Ralph Norman for Senate. For the people. For America. Standing up for what we believe. Ralph Norman, your Freedom Caucus champion for Senate. Vote Tuesday. Freedom Caucus Fund paid for this ad and is solely responsible for its contents. Not authorized by any candidate or candidate committee. FreedomCaucusFund.com.
Injured? Just call Joy Law Firm. 864-888-8888.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-220-6409 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-220-6409. That's 800-220-6409. What do you have to lose? Call 800-220-6409. Again, 800-220-6409.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school. This year, I'm going back too, at My Computer Career. They'll help me get the skills and certifications that can get me noticed by top employers in months, not years. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Most investment decisions are driven by either greed or fear, but a common sense retirement roadmap will help keep you right in the middle and balanced. You can do that in Greenville, Spartanburg, or Anderson. Go to our website, csrp.info. Common sense. It is what defines us.
Ice Cube's Big 3 season has come down to this. The Big 3 Championship is coming to Charlotte. Who will be crowned the Big 3 Season 9 champion? Plus the Big 3 All-Star Game. The biggest names in the game, all on one court, one more time. 2 games of the most physical, competitive, and non-stop 3-on-3 action. The game played the way you love. Watch live Saturday on CBS at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, and catch replays Monday on BET.
Yay, yay!
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
Charlie Speaks. You listen on your time. Get the show on demand. Text podcast to 800-905-0989. The Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
All right, welcome back to the program. Let's go to Gene in Greenville. Gene, what's going on?
You sure it isn't Jane?
It might be Jane. Jane,
okay.
welcome.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
I'll be brief.
Okay.
When I first went on, I turned you off and called the line. The first thing I heard was the Freedom Caucus ad, which I agree with everything.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing I want to say is I like Trump, but he is not perfect.
Right.
When he picked her to finish out Lindsay's term, we all agreed that was a great idea. And then Lindsay's people got hold of her, and they don't want to lose their cushy spot.
Yeah.
And she went for the 6-year term. We didn't. That's bait and switch. And like I said, I like Trump.
Yeah, but
we know from Yvette he's not perfect.
Right, exactly. But here's the thing, though. I mean, what gets me is we still don't know. We've heard there was an agreement that she was just going to be the placeholder, but has anybody asked her? Was that a part of the deal? Was that part of the agreement? Because according to, Drew McKissick, that was the deal.
No.
That she wasn't going to run.
Well, somebody changed her mind, and I think it was Lindsay's people because they don't. And I'll tell you the truth.
Listen, I agree.
I voted against Lindsey Graham every time I got a chance.
Yeah.
And I said to my friend I was riding with about a week before he died, I said, how are we ever going to get rid of him?
Yeah.
And then what happened the next week.
Yeah.
So I feel bad about that. But we've been kind of sick of him for a long time. When I went to hear Trump in his hometown, they booed him.
Absolutely.
And he's a right. Yeah, he's a Republican in name only. He has crossed the line so many times. And he and McCain did dirty when Trump first started running for Senate, for the presidency. I have a long memory. Can I, and please understand, can I say good riddance?
Oh, there you go. All right, you did. All right, Jane, I appreciate it. I got to get to Bill from Rock Hill. Bill, welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, bud. What's up?
Hey, I think I'm going to sit this election out. I've voted ever since I was able to vote. And, I often think to myself, what has voting, I'm a diehard conservative.
Yeah.
What has voting conservatism got me, right? You know what I mean? I mean, high gas prices, inflation. What
inflation?
Well, I know we had a talk about that last week. But,
yeah.
And you say inflation is low, but you should go to the grocery store.
No, I'm not the one. I'm not the one saying inflation is low. I'm saying the numbers say inflation is low.
Okay. Well, there's a difference.
Okay. All right. Well, then you know what? If you don't want to vote, I can't make you. But it just sounds like you just want to, in a nice way, kind of slam Trump, and that's fine. Okay. But here's one thing that I'm concerned about. I want you to think about human nature. here for just a second. All right? Human nature. This is a woman that by her own account, now just put all of these things together. This is a woman that by her own accounts, and, we've heard the story, she and Lindsay grew up in the room behind the pool hall or whatever it is. She doesn't buy meat unless it's on sale. She budget shops. Doesn't have a whole lot of money, even though she made a good amount of money at the South Carolina Commission for the Blind. She's never really had the spotlight on her. Everything that she had in life was because of Lindsay. Literally. The job at the South Carolina Commission for the Blind. Do you think Governor McMaster gave her that because of her outstanding work as and what is it? And not an optometrist, an optician? No. McMaster did that as a favor to Lindsey Graham. So now, Lindsey Graham passes away. McMaster does another favor, puts her in there as a senator. And now she's got the opportunity. Think about this just think about human nature. Now she's got the opportunity to break out and finally become her own woman. She has been in the shadow of Lindsey Graham her entire life. He raised her. She was always in his shadow. What worries me is she's going to want to break out and be her own woman. Let's go out. I'm going to do things my way. That's a dangerous situation. So now here's what she sees. I mean, again, human nature. All right, you get elected Senate. You get elected Senate. Oh, you're going to be there for 6 years. After 5 years, you get your pension. And that's guaranteed for the rest of your life. You don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about money anymore. You're still going to get that money. You're still going to get that health care. You're still going to get all of those benefits. You're going to be able to go to all these galas and all these parties and all these soirees. You're going to get me to be here's a young girl from Central South Carolina. All of a sudden, she's rubbing elbows with ambassadors and, princes and princesses and presidents and all of that. Don't you think she wants that? Don't you think that sounds really, really good to a young girl that was raised in a pool room? I can tell you right now, it's good. It's good. Growing up the way that I grew up, having congressmen and senators know me from across the room and, shout out my name. Hey, Charlie, how's it going? That's a great thing. It really does. It makes you feel good. So, I think somebody put that in her head. This is your chance. This is your chance. Everything you've been in the shadows your whole life. This is your chance to break out. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's go to Bob in Greer. Bob, welcome.
Yeah, hey, Charlie.
Yes,
Thanks for taking my call again. Just wanted to comment on a caller a couple of times ago who tried to add up, what if all of Fry's people went to Graham Nordone, and what if all of Sanford's and Lynch's went to Norman, and it still looked like Nordone would win. But I just wanted to say the fault in that is that assumes that we have the same low level of turnout. If we could overwhelm that if the people in the upstate turned out. What is it, 10%, 11%, something like that turnout for the last? What if we doubled it? And 20% is still not that great.
No.
But what if we doubled it?
But
that
even
would
if
more than make that up.
But Bob, let's just go back and look at the race against Pamela Vett and Alan Wilson. So in that race, she won that with 28.86%. Alan Wilson had 26.14%. He beat her by 37 points in the runoff. 37 points.
Yeah, and I'm hoping for something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying even worst case scenario, if that caller was right, that's still, we need to turn out.
Absolutely. No, you're right. We always need to turn out, Bob. I appreciate it. And by the way, because several people said that Pamela Vett took a shot at me on Joey's show this morning. I haven't been able to find that. I would love to get a clip of that. I kind of scanned through pretty quickly during the news break, but couldn't find it. But anyway, neither here nor there. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
You're locked into the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Conservative phony Ralph
Ready for
Norman
4:30
rejected
news,
by
traffic.
President Trump for governor and now U.S. Senate. Why? Because reject Ralph Norman employed illegal immigrants, putting personal profits over hard-working South Carolinians. And a supposed fiscal conservative, reject Ralph Norman backed a failed $115 million taxpayer-funded handout to the Carolina Panthers, all to land himself a $35 million road right next to his personal real estate investment. But then, after lining his own pockets, greedy Ralph Norman opposed a pay raise for our troops 5 times, even voting against care for disabled veterans. Conservative phony Ralph Norman, rejected by President Trump to stop him from failing us ever again. On August 25th, join President Trump in the MAGA movement. Vote no and reject 20-year failed career politician Ralph Norman. CISPAC paid for and is responsible for the content of this ad, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Security is strengthpac.com.
From the Ingalls Market Studio, crystal clear from Hartwell to Hendersonville and Newberry to Newport.
This is News 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Change could be sparked after the tragic death of an upstate teenager. Hello, I'm Rob Jones in the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 News Center. A former elected official in Gaffney is pushing for a new state law following the fatal shooting of a teenager at a bus stop there. 17-year-old Joe Miltrin Fair, also known as June, was shot and killed at a bus stop in Gaffney earlier this month. Now, Missy Reed Norris is calling on state lawmakers to adopt a bill entitled the June Act. It would designate school bus stops as safety zones and call for harsher penalties for certain crimes committed at those locations. The former Gaffney City Councilwoman also wants more safety measures at bus stops, including a larger police presence. More than a dozen children were on the bus when the deadly shooting took place. June Fair's young life will be celebrated during a service at 1 p.m. tomorrow at Limestone Missionary Baptist Church. Interment will follow at Mount Tabor Baptist Church Cemetery. An upstate man has been sentenced to a quarter-century behind bars for drug trafficking. Officials say 32-year-old Tavares DeMonte Durham has been convicted of trafficking meth and illegally possessing prescription pills. The charges came after an investigation that was led by the Malden Police Department. Court records show that Durham had fallen asleep while driving and was at a red light when police arrived. A search of the vehicle uncovered over 1.5 ounces of meth and a number of 2 different prescription pills. Durham has been sentenced to 25 years in the South Carolina prison system. President Donald Trump is scheduled to travel to the Myrtle Beach Convention Center this evening for a 7 p.m. rally to support Senate candidate Darlene Graham, who he endorsed to replace her late brother, Senator Lindsey Graham. This comes just days before next Tuesday's Republican runoff. A previously scheduled stump stop this evening at the Anderson Civic Center, which was organized by the SCGOP, was to feature both Graham and her opponent, Congressman Ralph Norman. That event has now been made a town hall for Ralph Norman. A look at traffic in the Carolinas' most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center are coming up.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by Dollar General.
Anthropic's AI model Claude did not solve a mathematical question that's puzzled researchers for more than 150 years, but it made more progress than any human. Anthropic put Claude on the Riemann hypothesis, and Claude
just
pushed
about
the
2
share
minutes
of
left
theta
until traffic.
zeros on the critical line by 25.6% in one day, compared to human mathematicians pushing it by 0.8% over 37 years. I'm Jason Brooks.
Back to school season is here, and Dollar General has everything you need to start the school year strong. Don't forget to grab a pair of bright yellow sunglasses from the Yellow Glasses Project for just $2. Every purchase makes a difference, with 100% of proceeds helping support teachers, classrooms, and nonprofit organizations working to improve reading and literacy skills across the country. Stop by Dollar General today and shine bright with the Yellow Glasses Project, available now at Dollar General. The Yellow Glasses Project is a program of the Dollar General Literacy Foundation.
Last year, I had back pain radiating down my right leg. The pain was so bad I was willing to cut my leg off to stop the pain. I could barely walk and had to stoop over when I did just to take pressure off the spine. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. In my professional career, I've represented thousands of people who've had herniated discs and issues with their neck and back, but never fully appreciated what they were going through until it was my turn. It's like trying to describe colors to a blind person who's never had sight. All I can tell you is it hurt like hell, but worse. My daily walk was gone, and that bothered me a great deal. Then I thought of all of you and how much more devastating this type of injury could be for you. My life stopped. I now feel your pain. Just know at Morgan & Morgan, we got your back. I understand. Morgan means more.
Injured? Dial pound law. Joe Sandifer, Esquire, 11915 Plaza Drive, Suite 301, Murrells Inlet, South Carolina.
30 seconds.
Video doorbells are great, but when it's something serious, a break-in, a fire, you need more than a notification. You need professional monitoring. With EMC Security, your cameras and doorbells work with 24/7 monitoring for real protection. As a Lawrence Electric partner, we bring over 30 years of trusted protection to the upstate with no long-term contracts. Visit emcsecurity.com for a free quote today.
EMC Security, smart protection for a safer tomorrow.
Now your News Talk 98.9 WORD traffic report. In the Greenville area, 25 southbound at Stanton Bridge Road, Commerce Road, and Anderson Road, you're 15 to 20 miles per hour there. Also, you're slow at the 185 interchange off of 25 southbound, about 20 miles per hour throughout that stretch. Of course, the usual suspects, 85 southbound between Spartanburg and Greenville, 85 south at Brockman McClyman, Aviation Parkway, Highway 14, Pelham Road, 20 to 25 miles per hour throughout that stretch. And then you're slow on 85 northbound at the 385 interchange, Woodruff Road, and just past the Lawrence Road exit. You're going to be slow at 10 to 15 miles per hour throughout that stretch. You've got some other slowdowns, but nothing that's too notable at this point, and everything else moving pretty close to posted speeds. Now it's time for the Carolina's most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with areas of fog with a low temperature of 69. Saturday, partly sunny with a high temperature around 90. Sunday, lots of sunshine with a high temperature around 90 degrees. Monday, sunny with a high temperature of 89. I'm Meteorologist Miller for the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Right now, it's 87.
Got a news tip or story idea? Email news at 989WORD.com. I'm Rob Jones for the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Clear.
Tap and type your message on the Common Sense Retirement Planning text line.
800-905-0989. This is the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
This is one of the things I hate about primaries. I really do. Because it is, you will find who the nasty ones are. Who are the nasty ones out there? Who is going negative, negative, negative? Who is telling outright lies? Who is twisting the truth? Like I told you, did Ralph Norman vote against several of those NDAs that would have given some? Well, no, those were automatic raises that were in the NDA anyway. So troops still got their raise. But did he vote against it? Yeah. Why? Because it was full of DEI. It was full of DEI. It would have allowed pride flags at our military installations. It would have mandated DEI training for our military. It would have allowed trans, notice one thing we don't see anymore is a bunch of males dressed up as women in the military. It would have allowed that to continue. So Ralph Norman voted no. Now, here's the thing. What if Ralph Norman had voted yes for these NDAs? What if that had happened? Then what would the narrative be? Ralph Norman voted for DEI in our military. Ralph Norman voted to keep trans in our military. Ralph Norman voted for yada, yada, yada. That's the way it's going right now. Nobody's talking about, this is a woman that took over the South Carolina Commission for the Blind in Darlene Graham Nardone. And what did she do with it? She grew it. Oh, great. By the way, she also increased her salary while she did it. Did that. But she took a bureaucracy and made it even greater. Nobody talks about that. So, anyway, I am keeping note. And I'm keeping a full record of who the nasty ones really are. And boy, some people are out there coming out that are being nasty that maybe they should have just kept the damn mouth shut. Let's go to George in Greenville. George, welcome.
Hey, thanks, Charlie. Hey, couple things. One, I got some scoop on the ground down there in Myrtle Beach for my son. But with that said, I hope that the Election Commission can do something about it, because Ralph Norman's lost one vote in my son because, unfortunately, he had to go down to Coastal Carolina to go to school, so he's not able to vote, which is unfortunate. But my son is at the rally, and here's what he told me just a little bit ago. Number one, the South Carolina Republican Party is giving tickets out to a bunch of people. All these people are coming from North Carolina, Louisiana, Alabama, New York. Americans for Prosperity South Carolina is trying to grabbing all these kids out of Coastal Carolina to attend this rally on behalf of Darlene, even though they are not South Carolinians. They also said that that all these people who are signed up have most of them who are South Carolinians have already voted. And while they're in Russell Fry's district, they are not supporting Darlene. So they I know a caller said that, well, all these Fry people will go to Darlene, but based on what my son's saying and having these conversations with is that, they're voting and they're going for Ralph Norman. So I can assure you that the people who are sitting in that rally are not, most of them will not be South Carolinians. And that's coming from the ground from my son, who's a sophomore at Coastal Carolina.
So you're saying that the South Carolina GOP is handing out tickets?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And 2 tickets per person. They're giving tickets out to attend this rally at the convention center this evening. Yes, sir.
And Americans for Prosperity South Carolina, they're there too. They're trying to pack the place for Darlene Graham.
Yes, sir. They're trying to grab Coastal Carolina students who most of them are not from South Carolina.
Yeah.
So yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Pretty amazing. Yep. Pretty amazing. That doesn't instill a lot of confidence. I appreciate it, George. Thank you. Wow. Let's go to Brian in Gaffney. Brian, welcome.
Charlie, one of your callers said we need to get out the vote. And my wife, she just called me. I'm working right now, and she just voted for Ralph Norman up in Cherokee County.
All right.
We only have one polling place for early voting.
Yeah.
I voted on Wednesday really early, just in case I forgot about the debate. I wanted to make sure I voted for Ralph Norman.
Right. Yeah.
But my wife was number 1,092. And day 3, 2 weeks ago, I think there was only 976 in Cherokee County that voted.
Wow.
On day 3, and she's already at 1,092. So Cherokee County is getting out the vote, and we're Ralph Norman country out there.
There you go. All right, man, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let's go to Jerry in Fountain Inn. Jerry, you just voted?
Yes, we did.
All right.
It was me and my wife, and the poll worker told me, we were in Greenville County, so we went to McAllister Square.
Right.
The poll worker told me it was just under 2,000 had voted today.
2,000 today. Let me just check here real quick. Doggone it. All right, Jerry, I appreciate it. So he said just under 2,000. Let me just try to get some of my numbers that I have here. Early voting. Let's see. He said just under 2,000 today. Looks like yesterday, Greenville County had, where are you? Greenville County had 2,395. So you've got 16 minutes to get out there and early vote. 16 minutes, polls close at 5 o'clock. Now, if you don't make it, now, first of all, if you are in line at 5 o'clock, you get to vote. If you're in line at 5, you get to vote. The polls will reopen Tuesday morning at 7 o'clock. That's Tuesday morning at 7 o'clock. For that election, you're going to have to vote in your district. All right? It will more than likely, probably won't be the same place that you voted for early voting. I don't care what county you're in. The vast majority of them are going to be different places. So go to scvotes.gov, go to My Polling Place. This is only for Tuesday. Go to My Polling Place, and it will tell you exactly where you need to vote. And, of course, we're going to be reminding you of all of that. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
A native Georgia bulldog
Here we go.
who bites back at big government. It's the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9
WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Now your News Talk 98.9 WORD traffic reports. You've got the same slowdowns persisting 85 southbound at Brockman, McClyman, Aviation Parkway, and Highway 14. You're 15 to 20 miles per hour throughout that stretch. You're also slow at Pelham Road, about 20 miles per hour. Then 85 northbound is slow at the 385 interchange and the Woodruff Road exit as well. You're 15 to 20 miles per hour throughout that stretch, and that's going to extend past the Lawrence Road exit as well, so be on the lookout for that. Then you've got some slowdowns at 25 North and Stanton Bridge Road in the Greenville area, and 25 North Anderson Road. You're about 15 miles per hour on both of those stretches as well. Everything else is moving a little bit below the average and posted speeds around the Greenville area, but nothing else is super notable in terms of congestion. Now it's time for the Carolinas' most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with areas of fog with a low temperature of 69. Saturday, partly sunny with a high temperature around 90. Sunday, lots of sunshine with a high temperature around 90 degrees. Monday, sunny with a high temperature of 89. I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Right now, it's 84.
If hunting, fishing, and the outdoors are your thing, then your Saturday mornings just found a brand new home. Join me, Cole Bryson, every Saturday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. for the Call of the Carolinas. We'll talk hunting and fishing, visit with outdoor experts, and cover everything happening in the woods and on the water. From big bugs to big bass. If it hunts or flies, you'll find it on the Call of the Carolinas, powered by your local Ingles Market, only on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
I'm Ralph Norman, and I spent my career building a business. But I couldn't stand by while Washington spent money it didn't have. So I got in the fight, and I never forgot who elected me. This election is about the America we pass on to your family and mine. We inherited freedom. Now it's our turn to defend it, to strengthen it, and to leave America stronger than we found it. And now, the elite establishment has already picked their candidate. Same old playbook, same old insiders. I'm not their choice. And this election is not for sale. The stakes are too high for political games. The Socialist Democrats are a threat to America. South Carolina needs a proven conservative with a record of fighting for you. You shouldn't have to guess where your next senator stands. With me, you already know. I'm Ralph Norman. I approve this message, and I ask for your vote. Paid for by Ralph Norman for Senate.
That'll be 5452.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey.
Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting a $10 bonus on groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, we already earned enough this morning to pay for some extra treats you can bring to school this week.
Wait, so the app pays for snacks?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
With Upside, you can earn cash back on your everyday essentials and back-to-school favorites. The free app also gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code SCHOOL10 to get a $10 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code SCHOOL10 to get a $10 bonus. Remember, use promo code SCHOOL10.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
This message is brought to you by Schneider Tree Care. For a free estimate, go to SchneiderTree.com. That big oak in your backyard looks fine until it doesn't. One storm, one dead limb, one wrong move, and you're looking at a crushed roof, a totaled car, or worse. Schneider Tree Care has protected upstate homes for over 30 years. For a free estimate, go to SchneiderTreeCare.com.
Chat with Charlie.
800-905-0989. Save it on your phone.
This is the Charlie James Show, only on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
All right, let's go to the phones. We're going to talk to Aaron in Greenville. Aaron, welcome.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, bud.
Just sort of an observation. I voted in the primary and obviously will vote in the runoff, but I was talking to my parents this morning, and they voted for Nardone the first time and have learned a little more and will be changing that this time. So maybe some other people are, maybe there's more time to learn and investigate.
You think maybe that debate had something to do with it?
Possibly so.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so let's hope that's a trend anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly. I appreciate it, Aaron.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's go to Vinny in Boiling Springs. Vinny, what's up, man?
Hey, thank you for taking my call, Charlie.
Yes, sir.
I listened to that Joey Hudson interview there with, I think it was Sherry Biggs, I believe it was her name.
No, it was Pam Yvette this morning.
Pam Yvette, that's who it was. And what she brought up about Ralph Norman was he borrowed $100,000 back in the COVID days, and did he ever pay that back?
Yeah.
And she's saying that he evaded that. I didn't see the interview, nor did I recall that. Could you clarify that, or is that the same old BS we're hearing in all the rest of the ads that are coming out now?
You know what? I will do that. I will address that coming up here, but I'm running a little short on time, so I want to get a couple more callers. Let's go to Fred. Fred, how are you?
Hey, I'm a little perturbed here, Charlie.
Okay.
I went to SC Votes, like you said. Thank you for the advice. However, it seems like the GOP is trying to shaft it. Maybe you get people to not vote at all, because I go up there to the church in TR. And
No.
I arrived at 22. Well, I saw it on the list.
I know, but see, now here's the thing. Now, this isn't your fault. I'm not blaming you. But when you went, you probably looked up Find My Polling Place, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
voted,
Those
for
are
the SC
early voting is a different place altogether. Now, where
then
they
they should've made
sent
it
you, they should do this. Where they sent you is where you would vote on Tuesday,
Right.
right?
And I don't know. I guess I'll find out next, tomorrow. I'll look again tomorrow or Monday. But I also noticed something. I've been living here 3 years, moved here, got married. And prior to that, I was living 18 years in East Tennessee. Every year, every election, there were tons of flyers coming in the mail from all these candidates. Over here, 3 years, I've just gotten 2.
Yeah.
One this year, one last year, and I go, what? They're not notifying people.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And Alan Wilson is very upset about that. I appreciate it, Fred. Now let's talk about those COVID loans that Norman took. Hey, guess what? He did not pay back those loans. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Did Ralph Norman's company take or receive COVID loans and not pay them back? Yes, they did. Why didn't they pay them back? Because they were forgiven. Those COVID loans were designed to be forgiven. There's even a congressional document that lists $306,520 as the amount Norman's PPP loans that had been forgiven. ProPublica has identified $608,000 in loans with its business that have been forgiven. That's like saying Donald Trump didn't pay his taxes. Yeah, he paid the taxes, but he also took the tax breaks that were afforded to everybody. You didn't like it. You shouldn't have had that in the list, but that's it. I mean, those loans were forgiven. So are they technically correct when they say, yeah, absolutely. But the loans were forgiven. So that's being extremely disingenuous by the Graham campaign. And that's the part I don't like. I really don't. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Tough on issues, sharp with facts. It's the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9
WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
What the summer will bring.
A normal summer.
People want to get back to those outdoor activities.
Means we can expect normal summer weather, too.
Storms are rapidly developing.
When severe weather hits, count on
News Talk 98.9 WORD.
the Carolinas Severe Weather Station.
You have to admit, we're living in some pretty crazy times, aren't we? And at Common Sense Retirement Planning, this really is not our first rodeo. We've been through 2000, 2008, except this time, there are new elements, geopolitical elements at work. When you look at this from a retirement planning standpoint, all of a sudden, there are a lot of moving parts that you have to take into consideration, right, Philip?
Yes, and we're seeing a confluence of many things that people don't really think about a lot. Artificial intelligence, digital dollars, and anytime oil starts getting this high, we have always needed to look to see, are we ready for a big correction?
Which is why we created something called a Common Sense Retirement Roadmap, designed to not only help you travel when you're on a freeway and things are good, but if you have to go off-road and bypass problems, well, that is what it's constructed to do. Expect the best, but prepare for the worst. And that is what a Common Sense Retirement Roadmap is created to do.
We have Social Security decisions, estate document decisions. You have to understand taxes, rigs, hedges, buffers. A lot of things go into a properly constructed retirement roadmap.
Which is why you should let us construct one for you. Because if you're facing retirement, you're facing it in some rather uncertain times. Therefore, we would love to meet with you. Cost you nothing to come and visit us. Just go to csrp.info for a free consultation. We can show you what a Common Sense Retirement Roadmap actually looks like. So again, csrp.info, Greenville, Spartanburg, and Anderson.
Securities offered through Madison Avenue Securities, LLC, MAS member FINRA SIPC. Investing involves risk. All guarantees refer to insurance products which are backed by the claims-paying ability of the issuing company.
Are you tired of climbing over that dirty old slippery tub? Your bathroom should be beautiful, functional, and safe. PJ Fitzpatrick is pleased to offer the Reveal by Kohler shower system. Installed in just one day, featuring low entry thresholds and real crushed stone walls, you'll step right into luxury. Plus, PJ is offering a free shower seat and safety bars for all customers this month. Schedule your free design consultation at trustpj.com.
The wait is almost over. Mad World Haunted Attraction opens September 4th. Don't miss South Carolina's premier haunted event. Located in Piedmont off I-85, exit 35. Tickets are selling now. Get yours today at madworldattractions.com.
There's a fast-moving conflict in the Middle East. Follow every new development every hour, every day. When you listen to News Talk 98.9 WORD. From world headlines to its impact on the Carolinas.
We spoke obliteration.
News Talk 98.9 WORD is your trusted source for breaking news, stimulating talk, and reliable real-time information. 98.9 on your FM radio or on the Odyssey app. News Talk 98.9 WORD. The voice of the Carolinas. Depend on us. WYRD FM.
WYRD HD1, Spartanburg,
Greenville,
Anderson, Clemson.
From the Carolinas 24/7 News Center.
15 minutes of nonstop breaking news and stimulating talk
Begins now on News Talk 98.9
98.9
WORD. Here's this hour's big story.
State officials are raising awareness after multiple drownings at one upstate lake. Hello, I'm Rob Jones in the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 News Center. After multiple drownings at one upstate lake, the South Carolina DNR is reminding people to be safe and vigilant on the water. 5 people have drowned in Lake Hartwell this summer. The latest was 17-year-old Westside senior Abraham Vasquez. He drowned near the River Forks boat ramp earlier this week. Officials say Vasquez was swimming from one shoreline to another when he became exhausted and went under the water. SCDNR officials say that the lake's water level is low, which is causing more danger for swimmers. As of yesterday, officials said Lake Hartwell is about 8.5 feet below full. DNR officials are also reminding the public that life jackets are available at most boat ramps statewide. A New York woman who pledged allegiance to ISIS is accused of plotting to blow up the state capitol building in Albany. Fox's Alexis McAdams has the details.
Investigators say the 35-year-old New York woman told an FBI informant she was going to hide a bomb in a DoorDash bag and then just drop it off at the Capitol. This after she pledged allegiance to ISIS, according to the feds. Jessica Bowie's looking at federal terrorism charges now for attempting to provide material support to ISIS. The feds say she was radicalized online right around the same time she converted to Islam, even going by the Islamic name of Aisha Saif. Bowie allegedly said she wanted to kill as many lawmakers as possible. Court documents show Bowie was posting extremist messages online like this: "Praise be to Allah" for September 11th, and at one point she threatened to poison infidels.
Bowie is facing up to 20 years in prison if found guilty. One person who was at the scene when an award-nominated actress died here in the upstate is speaking out for the first time since that death. Fox's Monica DeLuca has the latest.
The ex-boyfriend of the late actress Hayden Panettiere, Brian Hickerson, releasing a statement that says in part, Hayden's death remains under investigation, and it is important to allow that investigation to proceed. As has been publicly reported, police confirmed there were no signs of foul play. This comes as the skincare company Neutrogena responds to criticism over not supporting the actress, who was a brand ambassador when she began speaking out about battling postpartum depression. In its statement, Neutrogena promised to make a significant investment in helping women get help for postpartum depression. The Heroes actress died Sunday at the age of 36. Monica DeLuca, Fox News.
The wait is over for high school football programs around the upstate as the season opens under the lights tonight. A number of ranked matchups headlined the marquee tonight. In the offseason, Gaffney was realigned from 5A to 4A. They're the third-ranked team in that class, and the Indians are at home on the reservation, hosting 10th-ranked Spartanburg to renew their long-running regional rivalry. In Anderson County, it'll be a showdown between 7th-ranked TL Hanna from Class 4A as they travel to take on BHP, who comes into the season ranked 5th in 3A. It'll be the debut of new BHP head coach David Crane, who came over from Seneca in the offseason. And the Burns Rebels come into the season with high expectations, led by LSU running back commit Trey Segura. The Rebels are ranked number 3 in 5A in the preseason poll, and they'll host traditional North Carolina power Charlotte Independence. You can hear all the action of that game, starting with pregame coverage at 7 p.m. on the Fan Upstate. News Talk 98.9 WORD News Time is now 5:04.
1 minute till traffic.
98.9
WORD Business News.
Amid the growing concern over widespread surveillance systems, employees are also wondering who's watching them at work. AP correspondent Lisa Dwyer.
Digital tools can track locations, collect data on how long it takes to perform a task, and access smartphone and laptop cameras. The trend is raising concern about how much privacy employees have given up, especially with more people working from home. Some employers use these tools transparently, but others do not. In some states, laws require employers to notify workers if they're being monitored. Experts recommend learning the types of data your organization collects. They also advise not using work devices for personal matters to protect your privacy.
Under federal guidelines, tracking company vehicles in the Carolinas and Georgia is also generally legal. I'm Roger Davis, and that's News Talk 98.9 WORD Business News.
Now your News Talk 98.9 WORD traffic reports. You've got slowdowns persisting 85 southbound at Aviation Parkway, Highway 14, Brockman-McClyman, 15 to 20 miles per hour throughout that stretch. And that's going to continue most of the evening, I would expect, as it normally does. 85 northbound, you've got a crash to look out for. It's 85 north and the 385 interchange. That has the right lane blocked, which that's why you've had the slowdowns at Pelham Road off of 85 north and at the 385 interchange there. Really slow through that area, about 10 miles per hour. You might even want to find an alternate route because they have just got on the scene for that accident, it looks like. Everything else in the downtown Greenville area, you're moving a little slower than the average posted speed, but nothing that's super congested, and everything else moving pretty smoothly, it looks like, on 85 southbound throughout the Greenville area. Now it's time for the Carolinas' most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with areas of fog with a low temperature of 69. Saturday, partly sunny with a high temperature around 90. Sunday, lots of sunshine with a high temperature around 90 degrees. Monday, sunny with a high temperature of 89. I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Right now, it's 87.
Got a news tip or story idea? Email news@989word.com. I'm Rob Jones for the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Clear.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's talk.
It's the right talk.
Charlie.
Welcome. This is the Charlie James Show.
Now we're talking.
News Talk 98.9
WORD.
the voice of the Carolinas.
All right, let's go. The phone's going to talk to Sid over in Central. How you doing, Sid? Are you there?
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes, sir. What's on your mind?
Okay. This is actually Paul.
Oh, okay, Paul.
From Central.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. What's going
actually,
on,
Paul and Paula, my wife and I just voted out at Pickens County, and we were, I think, in the 730s for today, but they said overall it was up around 2286.
Wow.
And we voted for Ralph Norman. Absolutely.
There you go. All right, Paul, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. So where was Pickens yesterday? Wow, you said 7:30? That beats yesterday. Wednesday, they had 824. Yesterday, they had 685. And you said now they were 730 out of Pickens County. That's really good numbers there. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with this trial of Lindsay Clancy. This woman who on January 24th of 2023 in Duxbury, Massachusetts, took an exercise band and strangled her 3 children to death. Cora, 5 years old. Dawson, 3 years old. Callan, 8 months old. She murdered them. Admits that she killed them. Then she jumped out of a third-story window in a suicide attempt. She's now paralyzed from the sternum down. She's in the courtroom in a wheelchair and claiming postpartum psychosis. Now, it used to be the baby blues. Then you had postpartum depression. Now you've got postpartum psychosis. And what is weird in this whole thing is, do y'all remember, we all know Susan Smith, Union. We all remember that. The entire nation wanted to string that woman up because she put her 2 children in that car and drove them into the lake, blamed it on a black man. Come to find out that she had a lover that didn't want to have kids. So she murdered her children. Everybody was outraged at this. I don't remember a whole lot of people going, oh, poor Susan Smith. Do you? But there's a lot of people out there going, oh, poor Lindsay Clancy. Oh, there are women outside this courtroom, all dressed in pink, doing the little heart sign, the little Taylor Swift heart sign in support of Lindsay Clancy. This woman had everything. Now, listen to this. Now people say, oh, the husband had nothing to do with it. This is a woman that sent her husband on an errand so she could commit this crime. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, I was hearing voices. Let me ask you something, Lindsay. Did you hear the voices before? Have you heard the voices since? No? You knew what you were doing was wrong? Yeah, I knew. But you did it anyway. I hope she gets a huge sentence on this. I really do. Do you know she has had almost $800,000 raised on websites like GoFundMe from her supporters? In fact, did you know this? This is the most disturbing part of all. This is the most disturbing part of all. There are women online that are holding their babies. They've got the babies in the bassinet. They got the babies in a stroller. And you know what the hashtag is? Me too, Lindsay. Me too. In other words, what they are saying in these online posts are, I feel like killing my kids too, Lindsay. I feel like killing them too. I feel like taking an exercise band and wrapping it around their throats and strangling them to death as well. One hashtag is Me Too Lindsay, and one is Same Lindsay. Like, I feel the same way. Good night. How hideous. How far this country, how far our morals and our respect for life have just absolutely bottomed out. Up in Massachusetts, their governor signed that law. You got abortion up to the moment of birth. They want to take it even further. She lured her kids into the basement, lured them there, and then she went and jumped out a window. You want to talk about the moral collapse of a society? I don't know what's going on. I think today the defense wrapped up. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see when she's going. We'll see when she's going to be sentenced, or even if she's going to be found guilty. Even if she's going to be found guilty. Which that, I don't know. We'll see. Who knows how those courts are going to be in Massachusetts? Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But that is the scariest thing of all. All of these women online, Me Too Lindsay. In other words, I understand. I understand. That's sickening. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
15 minutes of breaking news and stimulating talk begins every hour, every afternoon on The Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
Now your News Talk 98.9 WORD traffic report. You've got slowdowns 85 southbound at Aviation Parkway, Highway 14 between Spartanburg and Greenville. Brotman McClyman also in that mix, Pelham Road as well. You're slow there at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. Be on the lookout for that. You've got a crash that they're still working to clear up, 85 northbound at the 385 interchange there by exit 51. That has the shoulder blocked and has things slow before you get to the Pelham Road exit, and also slow at the 385 interchange as well. Basically stop and go throughout the stretch. Woodruff Road in that mix as well. And then slow at 29 southbound in the Greenville area at the I-185 interchange. You're slow 25 to 30 miles per hour throughout that stretch, and 25 southbound slow at the 185 interchange, Commerce Road, Stanton Bridge Road, and Piedmont Highway, and the I-85 interchange from 25 south, all slow 20 to 25 miles per hour. Everything else moving pretty close to posted speeds as of right now. Now it's time for the Carolinas' most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with areas of fog with a low temperature of 69. Saturday, partly sunny with a high temperature around 90. Sunday, lots of sunshine with a high temperature around 90 degrees. Monday, sunny with a high temperature of 89. I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Right now, it's 87.
And now the Bobby Mack Minute, powered by Common Sense Retirement Planning on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
Well, if you needed any more evidence that the ground machine Lindsay used for years to get reelected is still at work, take a look at Wednesday night when Darlene Graham Nordone was a guest on Hannity's show on Fox. Trump probably called Sean to set it up, trying to help her recover from this week's debate disaster. Trump's even coming to Myrtle Beach to stump for her. He must be really desperate to control Lindsay's old seat. I already voted, and not for her. Anyway, it's Friday, so let's bang the drum.
The Bobby Mack Minute with Bob's magnificent music. Weekdays at 5:15.
On News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
Hello again, Bobby Mack here from my friends Philip Allen, Tony Dale, and their team at Common Sense Retirement Planning. You know, many investment decisions are made by either greed or fear, and too much of either one can cause havoc in your retirement plan. A Common Sense Retirement Roadmap helps create a more balanced approach, reducing fear and increasing your personal peace. Why not see what it can do for you? Get your free Common Sense Retirement Roadmap. Call 864-235-2790 or just go to their website, csrp.info, and make an appointment to meet with them. Common sense. It's what defines them.
Securities offered through Madison Avenue Securities, LLC, MAS member FINRA SIPC. Investing involves risk. All guarantees refer to insurance products which are backed by the claims-paying ability of the issuing company.
Attention terrorists, hold on. Here's Tara's Daily Rant.
Amy Coney Barrett has to wear a bulletproof vest. Why? The left is hunting her. We've got to extract a price for it, and in order to do it, we have to connect it all for what it is. The left has begun to hunt normals in the Western world.
Terrorists wanted. Hear the Tara Show weekday mornings on
News Talk 98.9
WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
This message brought to you by American Veteran Air Conditioning, veteran-owned and run, amvetair.com.
For heating and cooling you can trust in the upstate, choose American Veteran Air and Heat. Get $100 off any service today. Our locally owned, veteran-operated team guarantees your 100% satisfaction. Experience service that honors at amvetair.com.
Injured? Just call Joy Law Firm, 864-888-8888.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Ice Cube's Big 3 season has come down to this. The Big 3 Championship is coming to Charlotte. Who will be crowned the Big 3 Season 9 champion? Plus the Big 3 All-Star Game. The biggest names in the game, all on one court, one more time. 2 games of the most physical, competitive, and non-stop 3-on-3 action. The game played the way you love. Watch live Saturday on CBS at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, and catch replays Monday on BET. Yay, yay!
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil, one simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
Interact on the Common Sense Retirement Planning text line.
800-905-0989. Text or call. One number does it all.
800-905-0989.
This is the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
All right, welcome back to the program. Let's go to Cassandra in Greenville. Cassandra, welcome. How are you?
Well, I was better a minute ago, Charlie.
Yeah.
That hearing about that woman, I know I saw a bit last night, saw the line of women trying to take ownership of the color pink, which disgusts me.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe my eyes, and to hear what you've said now, it's so upsetting. Contraception is legal, and these women standing there and having themselves saying "Me too" garbage with this. Go get your tubes tied. We don't want you to have children.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, postpartum depression, that's a real thing. I mean, postpartum psychosis, that's a real thing. But once you start showing the manifestations of these things, those children should be protected, and they should probably, for a time, be taken away from you.
I'll tell you what, Charlie, I don't understand why this woman is not getting the death penalty. I'm sorry. She murdered 3 innocent children.
And it was premeditated.
And she's criminally insane. The criminally insane need to have the death penalty.
But that's the thing. That's the thing about her story. I'm not buying her story in this case.
Well, that I don't know, but I would like to hear a comment from Nordone and hear what she thinks what should be done and what she thinks about this case. I would like her opinion on it. I really would. But just to really briefly, this is what I was originally going to call about. A couple things I noticed about Graham's campaign is one is that she is if you keep your maiden name when you get married, that's fine.
Yeah.
But when you have your husband's name, you've taken it. She's betrayed him, and I can see that could lead to betraying Trump with whatever deal she made, and certainly betraying the citizens of South Carolina. She can't be trusted, I would think. Also, reading her notes when she said, and I think we should all be talking about this, 50 million people in South Carolina.
Right.
I mean, if you don't even know that, you really don't care much about the people. And I say it had to be that on her notes from her people, it said 5.0 million people in South Carolina. And she read 50 million.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And also I noticed that in her new pictures, her glasses are gone. So she no longer looks like an owl.
Ah,
so
yeah. Oh, yeah. They're dolling her up. They're getting her all ready.
yeah.
They're getting her all ready. So I appreciate it, Cassandra. Thank you very much. All right. Don't forget, early voting has stopped. So if you're going to vote from here on out, it is going to have to be on Tuesday. Tuesday, election day. That is, the polls are going to be open from 7 in the morning until 7 at night. Now, I am going to, once again, I will be here on Tuesday. After the show, I'm going to be bringing you as many election results as I possibly can on Tuesday night so that we can all know and get a timely update about who. And remember, this isn't for the Senate. This is just to be the nominee. They still got to take on Dr. Annie Andrews, who, by the way, is absolutely loving the fact that a lot of people are going for Graham Nardone. Loving it. She's posting all kinds of videos on this. She is. So we'll bring you all the results on Tuesday night. But again, if you need to know where to vote, it is, and I know this is complicated. I know it is. And I know it's more complicated than it should be. Right? So when you go to scvotes.gov, you're going to go to Find My Polling Place. Find My Polling Place. They're going to ask you which county. They're going to ask you your name, your first and last name. Then they're going to ask you your address. And then they're going to ask you the last 4 of your Social Security number. All right? Click that you're not a robot, and it will bring up your polling place. You can also get your sample ballot. I don't know why you'd need that, but that'll bring up your polling place. That is where you're going to go vote on Tuesday. Charlie, do you look at Darlene? She looks a lot like Hillary. You know what? I saw a lot of Hillary in that debate the other night. I saw a lot of Hillary Clinton there. You're exactly right. So, let's see. Charlie, I'm 58. I do know some women that have not taken their husband's name, and I'm not one of them as a conservative Republican. Actually, the complete opposite. My wife didn't take my name, though. So, and I'm okay with that. I mean, she's a brand. She's an artist. I'm a brand. So, I don't have a problem. No, that wasn't the problem. The problem wasn't with not taking the name. The problem was with taking the name, using the name, and then once you decide you're going to run for senator, you get rid of the name, right? Charlie, sadly, it's not just slightly complicated with the scvotes.gov website. It's been wrong for me on more than one occasion. That's why I'm checking it the night before Election Day. Good. So one person said, Darlene is Hillary with a Southern accent. Well, remember, Hillary had a Southern accent at one time, too, when she was the First Lady of Arkansas. Remember that? I'm not Tammy Wynette standing by my man. Y'all remember that ridiculous accent. Go back and listen to some of those. Oh, my gosh. Go back and listen to some of those interviews of Hillary when she was the First Lady of Arkansas. Ooh, you want to talk about a twang. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Hitting truth bombs longer than he drives off the tee. It's the Charlie James Show.
News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Conservative phony Ralph Norman, rejected by President Trump for governor and now U.S. Senate. Why? Because reject Ralph Norman employed illegal immigrants, putting personal profits over hard-working South Carolinians. And a supposed fiscal conservative, reject Ralph Norman backed a failed $115 million taxpayer-funded handout to the Carolina Panthers, all to land himself a $35 million road right next to his personal real estate investment. But then, after lining his own pockets, greedy Ralph Norman opposed a pay raise for our troops 5 times, even voting against care for disabled veterans. Conservative phony Ralph Norman, rejected by President Trump to stop him from failing us ever again. On August 25th, join President Trump in the MAGA movement. Vote no and reject 20-year failed career politician Ralph Norman. CISPAC paid for and is responsible for the content of this ad, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Security is strengthpac.com.
From the Ingalls Market Studio. Hey, Powdersville, Pendleton, Simpsonville, and Greer. We've got you covered.
This is News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
An update on the cyber attack against a major healthcare provider in the upstate. Hello, I'm Rob Jones in the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 News Center. A major upstate healthcare system has confirmed that data was stolen during a cyber attack last month. Officials with ANMED say they are working to determine exactly what data was involved. The CEO of ANMED posted a social media video addressing the attack and provided an update. ANMED says it will notify anyone who was directly affected by the data breach. Messages from a hacker group claiming they carried out the attack were posted to ANMED's Facebook page earlier this month. The group of cyber criminals calls themselves the Gentlemen. They claim to have stolen private patient data from ANMED and demanded to be paid a ransom not to release it. Police in Lawrence are asking the community to be vigilant due to an ongoing fake fundraising scam. The Lawrence Police Department says multiple residents have reported that people were going door to door to collect donations for the Sanders Middle School football program. Police say the school has confirmed that they are not holding any sort of neighborhood fundraising campaign. Police say those involved are carrying out a scam and do not have permission from the school or football program to collect donations. The investigation continues, and anyone with information should contact the Lawrence Police Department at 984-3531. President Donald Trump is scheduled to travel to the Myrtle Beach Convention Center this evening for a 7 p.m. rally to support Senate candidate Darlene Graham, who he endorsed to replace her late brother, Senator Lindsey Graham. This comes just days before next Tuesday's Republican runoff. A previously scheduled stump stop this evening at the Anderson Civic Center, which was organized by the SCGOP, was to feature both Graham and her opponent, Congressman Ralph Norman. That event has now been made a town hall for Ralph Norman. A look at traffic in the Carolinas' most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center are coming up.
Is reviewing life insurance on
Just
your
under
to-do
3 minutes
list?
till traffic.
Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code INSTANT to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code INSTANT to borrow up to $10,000. Use code INSTANT to borrow up to $10,000.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor, call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Mount Valley Foundation Services is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
You don't have to go to the ocean to eat great seafood. Think Bimini's. That's right. Bimini's Oyster Bar and Seafood Cafe. Always great food, always great fun. Enjoy half-price oysters on Tuesdays.
Here we go.
Try the Steam Pot, featuring oysters, clams, mussels, shrimp, corn on the cob, slaw, and hush puppies. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner with live music Thursday through Sunday. Bimini's Oyster Bar and Seafood Cafe. 100 Villa Road, just off Haywood and Pelham, under the red and white beach ball. The water tower.
Now your News Talk 98.9 WORD traffic report. You've got slowdowns 185 eastbound at Fort Shoals, and about a mile past the Fort Shoals Road exit, you're slow at about 20 to 25 miles per hour throughout that stretch. Of course, the usual suspects in the GSP area, 85 southbound Aviation Parkway, Highway 14, Pelham Road, and Broughton-McClymont, 25 to 30 miles per hour in that stretch. You've still got a crash to look out for, 85 northbound at exit 51 to 385 interchange. That crash has the shoulder blocked, which has everything moving slow throughout that stretch as a result on 85 northbound there. Then you've got some slowdowns as well, 29 southbound in the Greenville area at White Oak Road and North Pleasantburg Drive. Stop and go at 5 to 10 miles per hour throughout that stretch. Nothing else that's super slow, but everything is just a little slower around the Greenville metro area due to this time of day. It's a little slower than the posted speeds. Now it's time for the Carolina's most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with areas of fog with a low temperature of 69. Saturday, partly sunny with a high temperature around 90. Sunday, lots of sunshine with a high temperature around 90 degrees. Monday, sunny with a high temperature of 89. I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Right now, it's 87.
For a news tip or story idea, email news at 989WORD.com. I'm Rob Jones for the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Charlie Speaks. You listen on your time. Get the show on demand. Text podcast to 800-905-0989. The Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
All right, let's go to Bill from Inman. How you doing, Bill?
Hey, Charlie. I'm doing great.
All right.
Just wanted to warn some people. I know you gave the steps on how to find out where your polling place is.
Yeah.
When we voted 2 weeks ago, I went through the prompts, and it was still giving my old polling place, not the one they had moved us to. But thankfully, Josiah Magnuson is our rep.
Yeah.
He had put out a printed sheet, and I shared that on social media. It had the correct place to go to, but I went to the website to see if it was pointing you in the right direction, and it did not point me in the right direction.
Now, have you checked that lately?
I haven't done it today, but I just wanted to warn people.
Yeah, y'all be careful out there. I mean, if it comes down to it, just call your South Carolina, call your elections commission in your county. I appreciate it, Bill. Thank you. Richard from Dallas, what's going on, man?
It sounds to me like they're just trying to make it hard for you people in South Carolina to vote. I don't know, but
doesn't it?
I mean, that's what it sounds like when I listen to people call in, you know.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to talk about is Charlie, it's a sad thing that happened to those children. If they would have been my 3 children, Charlie, they would have been 4 body bags leaving that property that day.
I know a lot of people feel the same way, yeah.
And listen, how many staffers does a senator have? Do you know?
I don't know. That's a good question. How many people are on their staff?
Another thing I would like to know. You know, I
And
know
by
we
the
got
way,
2 senators.
we pay for those staffers.
Well, now that was going to be my next question. I know we got 2 senators, and they're paid. Wait a minute. How are they paid?
Tax money.
With tax dollars?
Yeah.
So they're not government employees?
Yeah, yes, they are. They are government employees, yes. They are just, they work for the senator.
So they can't be fired? I mean, like Lindsay loses. Well, I mean, let me rephrase that. Like Lindsay's, okay, if Darlene loses, will those people be unemployed, or do you know?
Yeah, unless somebody else picks them up.
So they're taxpayer funded.
Yeah. Now listen to this. You ready to have your mind blown?
Tell me.
I want you to guess how many staff members a senator has.
Wait a minute. Repeat that last part. I didn't understand what you said.
How many staff members does a senator have?
Oh, okay. Wait a second now. Let me ponder that thought a minute. I'm going to say 45.
You are very close. 42 on average.
Really?
42.
That's a good guess because I have
really
no
good.
idea, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's unbelievable. What do they need all them people for? Tell them when to poop and what color paper to use?
You're probably right, Richard. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. The most recent count, 4,162 staff working in senators' personal office. That's an average of about 42 staff members per senator. Now, of those, 2,500 are in Washington, and about 1,655 are working in their home state. So let's go to Jeff from Easley. Jeff, welcome.
What's up, man?
Is it? What's going on?
Hey, yeah, Darlene, everybody's trying to feel sorry for him, blah, blah. I'm telling you, I looked straight through her until she's a professional liar. But the thing I don't understand is why did she not renounce those Democrat money? Is she such a conservative? Why hasn't she come out and denounced it? Why she accept the money from it?
Yeah, you're exactly right. But what did she say in the debate the other night? Oh, I haven't even seen those ads. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, by now she don't know. She don't have a clue what day it is of the week. She's pretty much like Joe Biden, I guess.
Yeah, he was hiding by, and I appreciate it, Jeff. So, yeah, a senator has chief of staff, legislative director, legislative aides and assistants, communications and press staff, constituent services staff, state director, regional field representatives, administrative staff, schedulers, digital social media staff, and caseworkers. So whenever you see a senator, understand that 42 staff members come with that person. Wow. That's pretty amazing. And that's not even, now wait a minute, hold on. That's not even counting the committee staff. If you're assigned to a committee, you've got a staff on that committee as well. The whole Senate, 100 senators, had about 6,000. That is over 60 staff per, when you count committee staff, 60 staff members per senator. Good gracious. That's a lot of folks. And I wonder how much the budget is. I wonder how much the budget is for all those people. That's a lot of folks. You imagine what I could get done with 60 staff members? Wow. Charlie, I'd like to know what the average wage of a staff member is. Well, let's find out. What's the average wage? Let's see. What is the AVRA wage here? Well, let's find out. Average wage of a staff member, chief of staff, $219,000. Deputy chief of staff, $183,000. State Director, 171. Legislative Director, 167. Communications Director, 158. Even the staff assistant makes $55,000 a year. Press Secretary, $90,000. There you go. Scheduling Director, the person with the calendar, $122,000. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Here you go.
Honest views, trusted news. This is the Charlie James Show.
On News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Now your News Talk 98.9 WORD traffic report. You've got the same slowdowns, 85 southbound between Spartanburg and Greenville, 85 south at Highway 14, Aviation Parkway, Pelham Road, slow 20 to 25 miles per hour throughout that stretch. They're still working to clear up that crash on 85 northbound at the 385 interchange. That crash has the shoulder block there, has everything going slow from 85 north to the 385 interchange, Woodruff Road and Pelham Road, all 10 to 15 miles per hour throughout that stretch. Then you've got slowdowns at 185 and Fort Shoals Road, 185 eastbound. Fort Shoals Road and about a mile past it, you're slow, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Everything else looks like it's moving pretty close to posted speed right now. Now it's time for the Carolinas' most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center, and it's brought to you by Common Sense Retirement Planning. Join them Saturdays 10 a.m. to noon and Sundays 8 a.m. and 4 to 6 p.m. here on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with areas of fog with a low temperature of 69. Saturday, partly sunny with a high temperature around 90. Sunday, lots of sunshine with a high temperature around 90 degrees. Monday, sunny with a high temperature of 89. I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Right now, it's 87.
South Carolina, this election matters. Tuesday, August 25th, Ralph Norman and Darlene Graham Nordone face off in a crucial U.S. Senate race, and every vote counts. You're an educated vote. Now be sure to make your friends and family in the Midlands, Low Country, and PD know the facts, too. Get them to the polls, because the future of South Carolina's Senate seat is on the line. Vote this Tuesday, August 25th, so don't sit it out. Get out and vote. Thanks from News Talk 98.9 WORD.
I'm Stuart Varney, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The major averages ending higher for the day, but we're down for the week. Bond yields holding near their highest levels in over a decade, despite the efforts of Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent to contain borrowing costs. One asset benefiting from higher yields is Bitcoin, with the world's largest cryptocurrency trading over $77,000, its highest level since mid-May. The digital currency has also benefited from President Trump's urging Congress to pass crypto-friendly legislation. This coming week will be a big one for markets. Headline events include NVIDIA's earnings release after the bell on Wednesday, the PCE inflation report, and Kevin Warsh's first major policy speech as Fed chief at the Jackson Hole Economic Policy Symposium. The Dow up 518 points, the Nasdaq higher by 113, S&P 500 up 33. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Hillary Barsky, invested in you.
You're probably listening to this in your car, so let me ask you. Would you drive without insurance? Of course not. So why is your retirement portfolio unprotected? Gold is portfolio insurance. It helps de-risk your savings when markets get unpredictable. Noble Gold Investments has helped thousands of Americans do exactly that, with no high-pressure sales and thousands of 5-star reviews. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult with your tax or financial professional before making any investment decisions.
Hopscotch Primary Care has arrived in Spindale, and we'd love to welcome you as a new patient. From routine checkups to ongoing care, our team takes the time to listen, so you always feel heard and supported. We're now welcoming new Medicare and dual-eligible patients. Call 828-259-2746 to schedule your first appointment today. That's 828-259-2746. Senior Primary Care, powered by relationships.
Mad World Haunted Attraction opens September 4th. Get ready for South Carolina's most anticipated event. Mad World is much more than just a haunted house. It's a fall tradition for the whole family. Before you enter the darkness, enjoy Ghost Town mini golf, axe throwing, carnival games, delicious food trucks, bonfire, and unforgettable photo opportunities with Mad World's creepy characters. Located in Piedmont off I-85, exit 35. Bigger, better, more thrilling than ever. Buy your tickets now at madworldattractions.com. That's madworldattractions.com.
Retirement's a great time of life, but it can mean being unemployed for 30 years, which is why you need a common sense retirement roadmap. Go to csrp.info. Come and see us in Spartanburg, Anderson, or Greenville. Common sense, it's what defines us.
Let your fingers do the talking.
Text the Common Sense Retirement Planning text line at 800-905-0989.
This is the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
All righty, let's go to the phones. We'll talk to Jason in Lawrence. How you doing, Jason?
Charlie, I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. This stuff I'm ready for this to be over with, man.
I am so through with the smoke and mirrors on both sides.
Yeah.
It's just here's a question. The police, right?
Yeah.
What branch of service are they part of? The government, right?
Yeah, they're a government, yeah.
They're government officials, right? Protect and serve.
Yeah.
If I was doing something and got pulled over and I gave them money to get away with it, what would that be considered? Because if the politicians
that would
can
be
do
bribery.
And if the politicians can do it and get away with it, why is that different?
Yeah. And that happens every single day. Lobbyists every single day. All of these favors every single day. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and I mean on other things too. I mean it's just what I'm so tired of on both sides.
Yeah.
If China came in and tried to take over the Gulf of Mexico, what would that be considered?
It would be an invasion.
Exactly. What country is doing that right now in Hormuz? Just putting it out there.
Okay. Well, there you go. All right, Jason, I appreciate it. But however, those are international waters. Let's go to Jeff in Taylor's. Jeff, welcome.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, bud.
I might have been dreaming, but I'm pretty sure I heard you report earlier that people that supported Kamala Harris are donating to Darlene Graham's campaign.
Okay, there's
Did you say that?
there's a PAC out there that is donating $1 million to Darlene Graham to defeat Ralph Norman. The head of that PAC donated, I think, $11 million to Kamala Harris.
Well, you know, if that's not a red flag, I just stopped in the road when you said that.
Yeah.
What the heck? I mean, you can't figure that out. If you're a resident or a citizen of South Carolina, you can't figure that out.
Right.
If there's somebody that's voting, I mean, giving money to her that gave money to Kamala Harris, they're not just giving that away for the hell of it. They want something back.
Yeah.
and just like all of them do. And that disqualifies her for me completely. I bet they're not giving any money to Ralph Norman.
No, they are not. No, they're not. I appreciate it, Jeff. You're right about that. So, and all right. So if I don't know who to vote for, all right, if I'm got, some questions are up in the air and I'm like, well, here's what I always do. It's kind of a litmus test for me. Which candidate do I have fewer questions about? Now, how many questions about Darlene Graham do you have? Is she really a Republican? I don't see her voting record show it for her. I mean, it doesn't even look like she was politically active for the vast majority of her life. How did she get to where she is? I mean, her last name's Graham. That's probably the reason that Henry McMaster appointed her to the South Carolina Commission for the Blind. How's she going to vote? Why is all of this Democrat money going her way? Why are Democrats telling people to go to the polls and vote? They're not telling them to go vote for Ralph Norman. And then you got some questions about Ralph Norman. Did he vote against giving the military pay raises? Yes. When did he do that? Well, during the Biden administration, when all of those NDAAs were full of DEI, allowing pride flags at military institutions, mandatory DEI training for our soldiers. I'd have voted against that too. Oh, but wait a minute, Charlie, what about all that PPP money that was taken? All of that money, all of those loans were forgiven. That's the way those loans were designed. They were designed to be forgiven. That's why he didn't pay it back. He didn't have to. Nobody that took him out did. But yet they're still running on it. So, which candidate right now has more unanswered questions? We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Streaming stimulating talk and breaking news on your phone 24/7 on the Odyssey app. You're on the drive with the Charlie James Show.
News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
At News Talk 98.9 WORD, we're on high alert.
No other military on earth could have done it.
For new developments whenever news breaks. Whatever happens next, you'll hear it here.
Monumental win for the United States.
Depend on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
I'm Ralph Norman, and I spent my career building a business. But I couldn't stand by while Washington spent money it didn't have. So I got in the fight, and I never forgot who elected me. This election is about the America we pass on to your family and mine. We inherited freedom. Now it's our turn to defend it, to strengthen it, and to leave America stronger than we found it. And now, the elite establishment has already picked their candidate. Same old playbook, same old insiders. I'm not their choice. And this election is not for sale. The stakes are too high for political games. The Socialist Democrats are a threat to America. South Carolina needs a proven conservative with a record of fighting for you. You shouldn't have to guess where your next senator stands. With me, you already know. I'm Ralph Norman. I approve this message, and I ask for your vote. Paid for by Ralph Norman for Senate.
Hey, it's Mike Gallagher. We all know Dolly's Roofing for their top-tier asphalt shingles, but if you're looking to truly elevate your home, you need to see their designer shingle collection. From the rugged charm of composite shake to the timeless elegance of slate, Dolly's delivers high-end durability that turns heads. It's more than a roof. It's a masterpiece. Experience the Dolly's difference. Call 864-882-1155. That's 864-882-1155. Or visit dollysroofing.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ziprecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ziprecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ziprecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
15 minutes of nonstop breaking news and stimulating talk kicks off every hour.
News should be completely honest. Every weekday, mornings and afternoons.
Only on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
The Mike Gallagher Show. He's your happy conservative warrior.
These people actually feel that if you make more than $1 million a year, you should be taxed at a 90% rate, so that 90% of your income will go to fund the social programs that they want for their people.
Breaking news and what to make of it. Don't miss the next Mike Gallagher Show.
Weekdays at 10, right after Tara, on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
What the summer will bring.
A normal summer.
People want to get back to those outdoor activities.
Means we can expect normal summer weather, too.
Storms are rapidly developing.
When severe weather hits, count on
News Talk 98.9 WORD.
the Carolinas Severe Weather Station.
WYRD FM.
WYRD HD1. Spartanburg.
Greenville.
Anderson. Clemson.
From the Carolinas 24/7 News Center.
15 minutes of nonstop breaking news and stimulating talk.
Begins now on News Talk 98.9
98.9
WORD. Here's this hour's big story.
Change could be sparked after the tragic death of an upstate teenager. Hello, I'm Rob Jones in the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 News Center. A former elected official in Gaffney is pushing for a new state law following the fatal shooting of a teenager at a bus stop there. 17-year-old Joe Miltrin Fair, also known as June, was shot and killed at a bus stop in Gaffney earlier this month. Now, Missy Reed Norris is calling on state lawmakers to adopt a bill entitled the June Act. It would designate school bus stops as safety zones and call for harsher penalties for certain crimes committed at those locations. The former Gaffney City Councilwoman also wants more safety measures at bus stops, including a larger police presence. More than a dozen children were on the bus when the deadly shooting took place. June Fair's young life will be celebrated during a service at 1 p.m. tomorrow at Limestone Missionary Baptist Church. Interment will follow at Mount Tabor Baptist Church Cemetery. Some beef prices are expected to decline after the U.S. has relaxed rules on imports. Fox's Jenny Casola has the report.
Live cattle futures dropped after President Trump announced a temporary increase in the amount of beef being imported into the U.S. The U.S. will allow up to 300 metric tons, slightly higher than a standard U.S. ton of imported ground beef for 90 days. The meat will be sold at 25% below current market prices and will not be subject to higher tariffs. The move is aimed at easing the run-up in beef prices. Also, the Justice Department is investigating the nation's largest meat packers. American cattle and rancher groups have pushed back against importing foreign beef. The shortage of cattle in the U.S. has been driving up livestock costs. Jenny Coselda, Fox News.
A Texas judge is considering a new trial for Carmelo Anthony, the teenager convicted of killing fellow high school athlete Austin Metcalf due to certain evidence that was not presented in the first trial. Fox's Garrett Tenney has more from Texas.
On Carmelo Anthony, prosecutors now say he had a history of getting into fights, was obsessed with knives and guns, and fantasized about stabbing someone. In one text message to his girlfriend, Anthony said this: "When I stab somebody, I'm going to lick their blood off the blade." His attorneys argue it was in self-defense, and in court, they argued Metcalf had a history and a reputation for bullying and being violent, particularly towards minorities. The reason none of that came out in court, though, is because both sides agreed they didn't want to introduce it. That agreement, though, is now a key piece of the defense's arguments for a new trial.
Prosecutors argue Anthony did not take the stand in his first trial to prevent evidence pertaining to his history of violence from being used against him in court. An upstate man has been sentenced to a quarter-century behind bars for drug trafficking. Officials say 32-year-old Tavares DeMonte Durham has been convicted of trafficking meth and illegally possessing prescription pills. The charges came after an investigation that was led by the Malden Police Department. Court records show that Durham had fallen asleep while driving and was at a red light when police arrived. A search of the vehicle uncovered over 1.5 ounces of meth and a number of 2 different prescription pills. Durham has been sentenced to 25 years in the South Carolina prison system. News Talk 98.9 WORD News Time is now 6:04.
Now, News Talk 98.9
WORD Business News.
A couple of bellwether merchandisers buffeting the headwinds of a nervous retail economy in their own way. Target reporting quarterly sales up 3.8%, its strongest gain in years.
Target's turnaround plan appears to be working. The company's now predicting sales will increase 5% this year after an upbeat quarter boosted by its discounting of popular items. CEO Michael Fidelki took over the company earlier this year and has been refreshing its product assortment, lowering some prices, and improving its store layouts.
Although Walmart had a 2.6% sales increase.
That's the smallest sales gain in more than 6 years. Much of Walmart's growth in recent months came from a more than 20% increase in online shopping and revenue from ads that run on Walmart Plus and in stores.
That's Jenny Cazola. I'm Roger Davis, News Talk 98.9 WORD Business News.
Now your News Talk 98.9 WORD traffic report. Traffic starting to thin out a little bit here, but you still got some slowdowns. 85 southbound between Spartanburg and Greenville. 85 south at Aviation Parkway, Highway 14, 25 to 30 miles per hour throughout there. Pelham Road also slow at about 35 miles per hour. You do have slowdowns at Aviation Parkway as well on 85 southbound. That's about 20 to 25 through there. 85 north is slow at Pelham Road and the 385 interchange. About 30 to 35. It looks like they do have the accident cleared up there off of the 385 interchange at 85 northbound. Everything else looks like it's moving pretty smoothly as of right now. Now it's time for the Carolina's most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with areas of fog with a low temperature of 69. Saturday, partly sunny with a high temperature around 90. Sunday, lots of sunshine with a high temperature around 90 degrees. Monday, sunny with a high temperature of 89. I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Right now, it's 86.
Download the free Odyssey app, follow News Talk 98.9 WORD, and have news alerts sent straight to your phone. I'm Rob Jones, and coming up is the final hour of today's episode of the award-winning Charlie James Show right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's talk. It's the right talk.
Charlie.
Welcome. This is the Charlie James Show.
Now we're talking.
News Talk 98.9
WORD.
the voice of the Carolinas.
All right, let's go to the phones. We're going to talk to Robert from Mills River. How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing good, Charlie. How are you today?
I'm doing great. What's up, man?
Well, the thing is, I want to talk about that little Lindsay gal there that killed her youngins. I mean, I'm telling you straight up, that's to have youngins in this world and little babies coming into this world. Maine's wanting to get rid of little kids at the 9-month period. I don't understand all these people thinking, especially mom getting online saying me too.
Yeah.
I mean, I never knew that till today.
Yep.
I'm telling you, our children, I mean, just like Whitney Houston, they are our future. They're everything. And I mean, you got to teach them real good, and you got to bring them in. If they want to be in the military, let them join the military. But now, I mean, bring them up right and teach them about God is the main thing, and Jesus.
Yeah.
That's what I was taught.
But, you know, I mean, we've had such a moral decline in this country, Robert. It's disgusting what's going on. It truly is. And I'll give you I'll give you a perfect example. James Tallarico is running to be senator from Texas. He's running against Ken Paxton. This guy claims to be some sort of a preacher of some sort. All right? Want you to listen to what James Tallarico said, and just let me know if you agree with this from James Tallarico. Let's take a listen to what the preacher man said.
God is not a Presbyterian. God is not a Christian. God is not a noun at all. God is a verb. God is not a being. God is being itself.
Ah.
God is love. And that's why Jesus is against anything that gets in the way of that love between neighbors, including religion.
Oh, okay. So God, let me get this right. Hold on. No. God is not Christian. So what this guy is literally saying is there is a difference between Jesus and God. When the Bible clearly lays out the operating mechanisms of the triune Godhead, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, three is one. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So, but according to James Tallarico, there's some sort of a difference there. This guy, I'm telling you what, if the Republicans lose Texas, it is not just going to be some sort of a Senate seat that they lost. You are talking about the entire that's why it is so important. The entire political map could dissolve right before the GOP's eyes if this guy wins Texas. If James, and let me tell you something, here's a little something I want you to know. All of this money that they're spending on Darlene Graham in the primary and in the primary runoff, all of this money that the Senate PACs are sending to Darlene Graham, they should be sending to Ken Paxton. Who's in charge of that little thing they got there where they doled out? Oh, that's right, Tim Scott. That's right, Tim Scott. From what I'm hearing, they're not sending any money to Ken Paxton. Now, when was the last time this happened? Well, when Mitch McConnell held the purse strings. And he would not send money to Herschel Walker in Georgia. Didn't send money to Masters in Arizona. Didn't send money to Dr. Oz in Pennsylvania. But yet sent money to Lisa Murkowski in Alaska. Walker, Masters, Oz, all lost their races. Why? Because Mitch McConnell didn't believe they were going to vote for him to be the Senate Majority Leader, so he let them twist in the wind. And that's what's happening in Texas. This is a close race. I mean, you just go look at any of these polls, man, that they got out right now. It is back and forth. But yet, they're absolutely positive that Darlene Graham, this woman with absolutely no experience whatsoever, she's my girl. She is my girl. That's crazy. It really is. What's going on? Now, we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on Texas coming up in November. It's going to be an interesting race. Hopefully it's not going to be heartbreaking. Meanwhile, we still got to fight Dr. Annie Andrews. Last time there was a poll done, Dr. Annie Andrews, she was only trailing Lindsey Graham by single digits. If, I'm going to say this, and I mean it, if in some weird turn of events, Annie Andrews defeats the Republican nominee, every single member of the South Carolina GOP Executive Committee, all of their leadership needs to resign. That's just the way it is, because you have failed to do something that Scott Presler is doing. You have failed to do something that is happening down in Florida, and that's register voters. Florida is no longer a swing state. Florida is now a red state. Why? Because they're signing people up. They're signing them up. And whenever we get here and we see all of these people, all of these Republicans that do not want to get out and vote. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not. You know what? I bet you can find some Republicans that can vote. They're just not registered. I'll bet you find some Republicans that are willing to vote. They're just not registered. But every single time I've asked Drew McKissick, why don't you do voter drives? What do I get? Every time. Well, Charlie, we've got a database of all these good Republicans, and we just got to get them out there and get them motivated. Well, when are you going to do that? When's all this motivation going to happen? Because I haven't seen it. Pamela Vett was on with Joey Hudson this morning. Apparently, Pamela Vett, and I find this a little extremely disingenuous. Pamela Vett is not happy with, quote unquote, some host on WORD because we give our opinions too much. Oh, well, let me ask you, Pamela Vett, were we giving our opinion too much in supporting Donald Trump? Did we do that? Or would you just rather us sit down and shut up? You see, when we call out these people, it's because we have serious questions about them. When we call out the state legislature, it's because we have serious questions about it. When we call out Scout Motors, it's because we've got serious questions about it. We are your checks and balances. Because in Columbia, y'all do not take that job seriously. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
15 minutes of breaking news and stimulating talk begins every hour on The Charlie James Show. Afternoons 3 to 7 on News Talk 98.9
WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Now your News Talk 98.9 WORD traffic report. You've got slowdowns persisting southbound on 85 between Spartanburg and Greenville, 85 south at Aviation Parkway, Highway 14, 25 to 30 miles per hour throughout that stretch. Things starting to make their way around here now, and traffic starting to thin out a little bit. Pelham Road's about 40 to 45 miles per hour in that stretch as well. Looks like 85 north is now starting to move better at the 385 interchange, up to 45 to 50 miles an hour there. Woodruff Road as well. Pelham Road, before that exit, you're a little slow on 85 north at 30 to 35 miles per hour there. And then 29 southbound at 185 interchange, you're slow 20 to 25 miles per hour there. Otherwise, everything moving pretty close to posted speeds around the upstate right now. Now it's time for the Carolinas' most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with areas of fog with a low temperature of 69. Saturday, partly sunny with a high temperature around 90. Sunday, lots of sunshine with a high temperature around 90 degrees. Monday, sunny with a high temperature of 89. I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Right now, it's 88.
Straight Talk with Bill Frady.
There's going to be some that don't want to participate in this, and we'll call them the middles because they admire both sides. While the middles might support some leftism, they have issues about abortion and gender ideology and the transitioning of children. Violent skirmishes in the streets of the city would be common, and it would be oh so symbolic, like, blowing up ATM machines.
Straight Talk with Bill Frady. Now weekdays noon to 3.
News Talk 98.9
WORD,
the voice of the Carolinas.
Committed to serving our community. Gosling Electrical Service. GoslingElectrical.com. There's nothing more stressful than losing power. Time to call the pros at Gosling Electrical. Residential or commercial, Gosling tackles all your problems with dedicated electricians at your service 24/7. Call 864-438-4655 or go to GoslingElectrical.com.
When you're finally off the clock after a long day, dishes put away, kids asleep, feet kicked up, heartburn. Don't let heartburn take over your hard-earned moment. Quick, Alka-Seltzer. Nothing works faster for heartburn relief. Alka-Seltzer effervescent tablets begin neutralizing stomach acid in seconds, so you can get back to your one more episode marathon. Quick, Alka-Seltzer. Because nothing works faster for heartburn relief. Use as directed.
Ice Cube's Big 3 season has come down to this. The Big 3 Championship is coming to Charlotte. Who will be crowned the Big 3 Season 9 champion? Plus the Big 3 All-Star Game. The biggest names in the game, all on one court, one more time. 2 games of the most physical, competitive, and non-stop 3-on-3 action. The game played the way you love. Watch live Saturday on CBS at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, and catch replays Monday on BET.
Yay, yay!
Injured? Just call Joy Law Firm. 864-888-8888.
It seems like everything is more expensive these days, but staying handy doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. Retool and Supply is a new hardware store by Goodwill, and there you'll find gently used tools, home improvement items, and lawn and garden merchandise at a fraction of regular prices. So if you're taking on a new project, check out the sensational deals at the Retool Grand Opening. Located inside the Pelzer Goodwill, Retool opens its doors Wednesday, August 26th at 9 a.m. Retool and Supply, where used has never been more useful.
On September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive deals, and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun. All roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, South Carolina. Every fan is in on the excitement. One app, every sport, all 50 states. Remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. Get ready to celebrate. New DraftKings customers, sign up with code 989WORD. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. That's code 989WORD. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends August 23rd. Terms at dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
Ice Cube's Big 3 season has come down to this. The Big 3 Championship is coming to Charlotte. Who will be crowned the Big 3 Season 9 champion? Plus the Big 3 All-Star Game. The biggest names in the game, all on one court, one more time. 2 games of the most physical, competitive, and non-stop 3-on-3 action. The game played the way you love. Watch live Saturday on CBS at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, and catch replays Monday on BET.
Yay, yay!
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
Text or call. One number does it all.
800-905-0989.
This is the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
All right, welcome back to the program. Let's go. The phones are going to talk to Roger in Taylor's. Roger, what's up, man?
Mr. Charlie, I want you to know, and I'm using the telephone as broadcasting.
Uh-huh.
I have done more in the past 20 days than you've done in the past 20 years for broadcasting.
I know. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Yeah. And I'm going to run all kinds of nasty hit pieces against you on Rumble. My wife said they're on Pandora. I'm going to run everywhere. You know, if I'm going to brag on my record, don't you think I would run ads about my record instead of negative ads against you?
Yeah, about all the things you've done and all the things you've accomplished.
Yeah, if you've done so much in 20 days, run ads on it. Win me over. Don't run these hit pieces against. Listen, the Ralph Norman voters, I think are they're going to be more conservative.
Yeah,
and they're with him.
That's no doubt. Yeah,
shoulder to shoulder. I think some of her voters, after the debates and just all the negativity from her, may waffle a little bit. Went to vote this morning. As I was coming out, my brother Ben Carper and his wife we're going in, and he hollers at me. I think at 10:30 on the one machine, they had two machines that you was running your ballots through.
Yeah.
I think I was like 1,400.
Wow.
And I did notice what your callers yesterday were saying about that second number.
Yeah.
And I don't think that may be total, maybe for this go around, but it was like 7,000 and something.
Yeah, some of them actually have the total number for the life of the machine, but we'll see. So, all right, Roger, I appreciate it, buddy. I want to get to Don over in Hartwell, Georgia. What's going on, Don?
Charlie, I can't vote in South Carolina, but I listen to all of it. I live just right across the river in Hartwell.
Yeah.
But my thing I'm doing right now, I'm grilling. I got this thing called, if you ever use these tumbleweed starters, fire starters.
That's all I use.
All right, that's all I stopped using lighter fluid years ago.
Yeah.
And I use that, and I put my steak. I use garlic, fresh cracked black pepper, and fresh cracked Himalayan salt.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing right now. But I'm listening to you guys, and we're having fun.
Well, hey, so do you use the chimney starter?
No, I don't do that. I just pile the charcoal up, and then I put listen to me. I put the hickory on top of it.
Oh.
Before I start the steak. Look, and before I start the steak, I get the fire going, and I put the steaks right on it. 2 minutes on each side, and then put it to the side, let it rest for a minute, and then when you see the little red stuff coming out of the steak, do it one more time, and put it off to the side. But Charlie, go dogs!
Go dogs, man! How many days we got? I don't. I've lost count.
I don't know. They're playing Friday night football tonight, so I'm ready.
There you go, bud. Hey,
day and I cut on grass. Okay.
You enjoy that steak, Don. I appreciate it. Now you done got me hungry for a steak on the grill. Now, that's those tumbleweed starters. Only thing I use on my grill. Of course, I use the chimney starter, and if I want to put any hickory or apple or cherry wood on there or anything like that, I soak it and then I put it on top of the coals. So, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to grill me out something this weekend. All right. All right. Ingalls Market Talk Line 800-9050-98. That's also the Common Sense Retirement Planning text line. Well, today President Trump did something. And by the way, this the rally going on with Darlene Graham, that's going to be starting in about 34 minutes from now over in Myrtle Beach. But President Trump today called for something, and this needs to be done. The Senate parliamentarian is basically, it's not an elected position. And it's not a position of any authority. It is only an advisory position. This woman, McDonough, that we have in there, I think her name's Elizabeth McDonough. This woman is I think she goes back to, definitely the Biden era. She's a Democrat. And this is what I can't understand. If you made me Speaker of the House, if you made me the Senate Majority Leader, first person I'm firing is a parliamentarian. I'm going to get me a good conservative in there that's going to call balls and strikes and not be partisan, which this woman is. But John Thune won't even do that. So now, these candidates, they're always talking, I want the Save America Act. Well, where are you on it? Where are you? That's what I want to know. Let's go to Esther in Simpsonville. Esther, welcome.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. What's up?
I want to encourage everybody. We talk about, having free and fair elections.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you can do, I know it is difficult. It's a long day. It's hard. But go out and volunteer. It's not really volunteer. You to get paid a little bit of money to go out and actually be the workers at your polling place.
Yeah.
Or at your polling place. If you go in there, you'll notice that there's a whole lot of very old people doing it. And it's a long day. Usually you've got to be there before the poll opens and get set up. And usually you have to go to the day before to help set up as well. Some people do. And then you have to be there until everything is closed out, everything's put away, all of the machines have printed out their receipts, And so it can be from, I mean, I've been there 5 in the morning to 9 at night.
Yeah, it can be a long day.
Yeah, and it is difficult, but I have seen in elections how those who are interested in steering the election one way, I have seen how they do it. And
Yeah.
I've watched them do those things. And a lot of the people down at everybody talks about our Greenville County Election Commission, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of people down there who are not necessarily as interested in a free and fair election as I think they should be.
Yeah. Good advice. Good advice,
yeah.
Esther. I appreciate it. I had a friend that was working at a poll. It was down in Charleston County. And this guy comes in, election day. The guy walks in and he goes, "Hey, I live over here in this district, but this is closer to my work. Can I vote here?" And one of the ladies that was behind sitting at the machine said, "Oh, yeah, we'll let you do that." And my friend said, "Oh, no, we won't. No, we will not. You have to vote in your district." And the guy was mad and the lady was mad, but my friend was right. Got to vote in your district. But there are people out there that will allow people to vote outside their districts. They'll allow people to vote with no ID. They'll do it. They will do it. Don't think they're not out there. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
15 minutes of non-stop breaking news and stimulating talk jumpstarts every hour on the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9
WORD,
the voice of the Carolinas.
I'm just going to be honest here. I'm not that informed on national security.
Darlene Graham is a nice lady way out of her league. One thing for a brief appointment, but not for the next 6 years as a U.S. Senator. Darlene Graham's never taken a position on anything, has no strong beliefs, and doesn't even know where our most important ally against China is on a map. It's just embarrassing.
50 million people in South Carolina.
Darlene Graham is a naive, inexperienced rookie who the swamp will manipulate and control. That's why they're spending millions attacking Ralph Norman. For conservatives, for taxpayers, for freedom, only one choice. Ralph Norman. Ralph Norman for Senate. For the people. For America. Standing up for what we believe. Ralph Norman, your Freedom Caucus champion for Senate. Vote Tuesday. Freedom Caucus Fund paid for this ad and is solely responsible for its contents. Not authorized by any candidate or candidate committee. FreedomCaucusFund.com.
From the Ingalls Market Studio, crystal clear from Greenwood to Gastonia and Seneca to Shelby.
This is News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
It used to be Pave Paradise to put up a parking lot. Now it's Paving Paradise to put up a data center. Hello, I'm Rob Jones in the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 News Center. One upstate county is putting the brakes on that for now, though. The Anderson County Council has voted for a moratorium on the issue of data centers. The council voted 7-0 on the third reading for a proposed 6-month moratorium. Council members are concerned that the data centers would have a negative impact on neighboring properties. Officials there say Anderson County does not have enough zoning ordinances currently to manage the impacts of a data center. Officials say an independent research study will be needed moving forward. A Western North Carolina couple has been sentenced to federal drug trafficking charges. Officials say 47-year-old Jason Mills has entered guilty pleas to charges of distributing fentanyl and intent to distribute meth and fentanyl. 40-year-old Stephanie Hope Lindsay, his former girlfriend, also pleaded guilty to a charge of distribution of fentanyl. Court records say that Lindsay was involved in a drug trafficking activity with Mills. He was searched in 2024 in Asheville. Over 3 ounces of both fentanyl and meth were found, along with $2,000 in cash. Court records say more drugs were found during a subsequent search of his vehicle. Mills was on federal probation out of Florida when the crimes happened in North Carolina. He's been sentenced to over 11 years in federal prison. However, that sentence will not start until he serves his time for violating probation. Lindsay has been sentenced to nearly 4 years in federal prison as well. There's no parole or early release in the federal system. A look at traffic in the Carolinas' most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center are coming up.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by Dollar General.
Anthropic's AI model Claude did not solve a mathematical question that's puzzled researchers for more than 150 years, but it made more progress than any human. Anthropic put Claude on the Riemann hypothesis, and Claude pushed the share of zeta zeros on the critical line by 25.6% in one day, compared to human mathematicians pushing it by 0.8% over 37 years. I'm Jason Brooks.
Back to school season is here, and Dollar General has everything you need to start the school year strong. Don't forget to grab a pair of bright yellow sunglasses from the Yellow Glasses Project for just $2. Every purchase makes a difference, with 100% of proceeds helping support teachers, classrooms, and nonprofit organizations working to improve reading and literacy skills across the country. Stop by Dollar General today and shine bright with the Yellow Glasses Project, available now at
Half-tilt
Dollar
traffic.
General. The Yellow Glasses Project is a program of the Dollar General Literacy Foundation.
Joey Hudson here. Isn't it time for that new custom home? Well, it's as easy as going to americashomeplace.com and checking out the custom homes you can build on your own land. And with their preferred lenders, now's the time to build. Don't miss out. Go to America's Home Place at americashomeplace.com.
Our WORD Business of the Week is Top Notch Plumbing. Call 864-634-6437. That's 864-634-6437. Or visit topnotchplumbing.sc.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online.
50 seconds.
You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I am grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You work hard for every dollar.
So it should work just as hard for you, right?
That's the idea behind Dollar General and P&G.
Ooh, Gain, Dawn, Charmin.
Crest, Old Spice, the brands you already trust.
At a price your family deserves.
You'll find them throughout the store.
And here's the part to feel good about.
P&G proudly supports the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and Yellow Glasses.
Those $2 yellow shades up front, every pair funds reading programs for local kids.
Dollar General and P&G.
Value without compromise.
Now your News Talk 98.9 WORD traffic report. You've still got some slowdowns, 85 southbound, Aviation Parkway, Highway 14, that area, 25 to 30 miles per hour, but everything else starting to pick up around that area and kind of start moving a little quicker as traffic dissipates. You do have a slowdown here, 29 southbound in the Greenville area at North Pleasantburg Drive. You're slow, stop and go 5 to 10 miles per hour throughout that stretch. And then there's some slowdowns, 385 northbound at East North Street and East Stone Avenue, 20 to 25 miles per hour around that stretch as you make your way around. Everything else moving pretty smoothly as of right now. Now it's time for the Carolinas' most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD 24/7 Weather Center.
Charlie Speaks. You listen.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with areas of fog with a low temperature of 69. Saturday, partly sunny with a high temperature around 90. Sunday, lots of sunshine with a high temperature around 90 degrees. Monday, sunny with a high temperature of 89. I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Right now, it's 86.
Got a news tip or a story idea? Email news at 989WORD.com. I'm Rob Jones for the award-winning Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Clear.
Tap and type your message on
Yes,
the
have a good
Common
evening.
Sense
Have a good
Retirement
weekend.
Planning text line.
800-905-0989. This is the
Yes,
Charlie
sir.
James Show on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
All righty, let's go to the Ingalls Market Talk line. We'll talk to Phil in Taylor's. How you doing, Phil?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for taking my call, Charlie.
Yes, sir. What's
I'll
up?
be real quick. I'm just curious, knowing how much Trump was involved in getting Mike Johnson elected as Speaker and getting McCarthy out. I'm just curious. I have never, to this point, and I don't know if you have ever heard him asking the Senate Republicans to get him out of there, John Thune, out of that leadership, get him to vacate that leadership position. They had 20 people
Yeah.
that were willing to stay over the August break. They could at least get 7 more. I know there's 7 more.
Yeah.
That could be pressured into doing that. There's probably even more than that.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why he hasn't been vocal about that, because he has so much pull, you know what I'm saying, with so many things. And he was even before he became president, he was so vocal about Mike Johnson. I can't understand why he has not done this.
Well, all right, so let's just talk this out for a second. Number one, he knows that even if John Thune is removed, he's still going to be a senator. And that's
Right.
going to be a vote he's not going to be able to count on, right? And then it's one of
Right.
those. It's one of those situations where if when you aim for the king, you better not miss.
Well, I got the impression John Thune was for free and fair elections and Save America Act. He just keeps saying we don't have the votes.
Because he doesn't want to do the work that it takes and the arm twisting that it takes to make sure he gets those votes. And Phil, here's what you do. You go to all of those people and you say, do you like the committee that you're on? Yes, I like the committee I'm on. If you don't vote for this Save America Act, you're not going to be on that committee anymore.
Well,
I'm
if
gonna
he
boot you.
doesn't want to do that.
Right.
Yeah, but if he's not willing to do that, find somebody who will. Why isn't
Yeah.
Trump more vocal of getting him to vacate that
I really don't know. I
Stir
wish
it
he
up.
would be. Now, what he did, he did come out today talking about the Senate parliamentarian getting rid of her, but nothing's going to happen without removing John Thune. Nothing is.
Exactly.
And I'd like to hear
just a
from
mystery to
Darlene
me.
Graham about that.
Yeah, me too. Thank you, Charlie.
We'll see. I appreciate it, Phil. Thank you. Let's go to Scott in Westminster. Scott, welcome.
Hey, Charlie. This is kind of on the same subject. I was wondering, John Thune is so weak and pathetic and spineless, and he just doesn't want to do anything. I was wondering, do you have any idea what his ratings are in his home state of South Dakota? That's where he's from, right?
Yeah.
South Dakota.
Yeah, South Dakota.
What kind of
know.
approval rating does he have?
I
He's
don't
got
know.
to be in the tank. I don't
Yeah.
understand how this guy. Is he going to be? Is he running for? Is he not running for re-election coming up? Or is
No,
he-
I'm sure he will be running for re-election, but he's like Lindsey Graham. Once you get a senator in office, they're almost impossible to beat. In fact, John Cornyn, we just had John Cornyn. He got booted.
Right.
That was so big it made national news.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand. Yeah, I just don't understand what the people of South Dakota think of him. And why they keep electing him. I guess, like you said, it's probably like a Lindsey Graham type thing.
He's exactly like that.
It'd be interesting to know what his approval rating is in his home state, though, if you could find that out. That'd be
Probably
awesome.
low. I'll see if I can look it up. I appreciate it, Scott. But that's the thing. The senators hard to unseat. That's why when we look at this, we got to go, hey, make sure we're doing the right thing here, because I want to know. Once Darlene Graham Nardone, let's just assume, right or wrong, that she's going to be our next senator. Who's she going to hitch her wagons to? And is all of this talk that we've got now during the campaign, is that going to be the same talk that we have after she's elected? That's the scary part. Who is she going to look to in the Senate as her mentor of sorts? Is it going to be the staff? Is it going to be another senator? Let me tell you, when a new anybody comes into an organization, people always want to get that person to be on their side. Always do. And I think she's a person that could be swayed pretty easily. I definitely see that about her. So I'm scared to death. I am. Somebody that would allow a campaign to go on the way she has done, as negative as it has been, and claims that she knows nothing about it. Yeah, I worry about people like that. Ingalls Market Talk Line, 800-9050-989. That's also the Common Sense Retirement Planning text line. Oh, my goodness. Coming up in just a few minutes. Have you seen what happened to that coffee shop in Idaho? Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's go to Matthew in Traveler's Rest. What's going on, Matthew?
Yeah, I vividly remember Tara and everybody else on WRD warning us about John Thune before he was made speaker.
Yep. I never Trumper.
And what everyone was talking about is now coming true.
Yeah. Yep. You're right about that. But Pamela Vett wants us to keep our opinions to ourselves. Right? She said that. It got said that on the Joey Hudson show that we share too much of our personal opinion. Well, let me ask you something. Okay, Pamela Vett. So if Darlene Graham wins this nomination, would you like us to keep quiet about that? Just asking for a friend. We'll be right back. It's the Charlie James Show. News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
When he's not mowing his yard, he's mowing down liberal nonsense. It's the Charlie James Show on News Talk 98.9
WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
This upstate weather forecast on News Talk 98.9 WORD is brought to you by Common Sense Retirement Planning.
Now, the Carolinas' most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Chance for storms with fog and spots tonight.
Otherwise, mainly cloudy skies expected. Lows level off around 69. Easterly winds around 5 miles per hour.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Right now, it's 86 degrees.
You shouldn't trust a handyman with medical advice.
A little duct tape will fix that broken leg right up.
You shouldn't hire a discount lawyer.
I sentenced you to 99 years for speeding. What? Take them away.
And you shouldn't get your news from some geek writing a blog. Certain things just need to be done right.
Our top story this hour, we know that.
Like your news, weather, and traffic.
It's a reputable source.
The news as it's happening.
The Upstate done right every day on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
If you've tried to lose weight and the same old advice just isn't working, there may be more going on than simply eating less and exercising more. At New Life Weight Loss, we take a personalized, medically guided approach looking at factors like metabolism, hormones, inflammation, insulin resistance, and food sensitivities. The goal isn't another quick fix. It's to better understand what may be making weight loss difficult, then build a plan around your body and your needs to help you create results you can maintain.
Bill Frady here. That's what stands out to me about New Life Weight Loss. They take the time to look at the individual and understand what may actually be standing in the way. If you've tried the diets and programs and you're still struggling, maybe you don't need to try harder. Maybe you just need better information. Right now, my listeners get a complimentary body composition scan. Learn more and schedule your complimentary body composition scan at mynewlifeweightloss.com. Results may vary. When summer heat hits, the right replacement windows will make your home feel more comfortable. At PJ Fitzpatrick, you get American-made, energy-efficient windows that are beautiful, affordable, and built to last. That's PJ Fitzpatrick, backed by 45 years of experience, thousands of 5-star reviews, and a lifetime materials and labor guarantee. Schedule your free design consultation at trustpj.com.
Our WORD Business of the Week is Top Notch Plumbing. Call 864-634-6437. That's 864-634-6437. Or visit topnotchplumbing.sc.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-220-6409 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-220-6409. That's 800-220-6409. What do you have to lose? Call 800-220-6409. Again, 800-220-6409.
Most investment decisions are driven by either greed or fear, but a common sense retirement roadmap will help keep you right in the middle and balanced. You can do that in Greenville, Spartanburg, or Anderson. Go to our website, csrp.info. Common sense. It is what defines us.
Chat with Charlie.
800-905-0989. Save it on your phone.
This is the Charlie James Show, only on News Talk 98.9 WORD.
The voice of the Carolinas.
All right, let's go to the Ingalls Market Talk Line. We're going to talk to Brenda in Lawrence. Brenda, welcome.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Charlie.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, 2 quick updates. So Lawrence County had, in 3 days of early voting, 1,106 votes that came through in our early voting. The other point that I think is important, so on your show the last couple of days and a few others I've heard, and even on social media, there has been finger pointing and questions about where do we early vote and why are we not getting good information? But I think it's important to clarify that this is not the responsibility of the South Carolina GOP at all.
Right.
This is the responsibility of the county level election offices. So the board of elections at each county. And I will tell you, in Lawrence County, we don't have that problem. Lynn West, our director, is amazing. I own my own news website aggregator. So among others, she sends an email out every time there's an election, early voting. This is where the early voting is. It's the election office. And then she says reminders for runoffs. She'll say, she'll send multiple emails to all of us and say, help us get the word out that 2 precincts have been moved because school's back in session. Here are the changes. And then ultimately, it's also on the people. If you're going to vote, you need to check. I know that the website MySC Votes is confusing. I heard you earlier, and I get that. But they can also default to calling their county level election commission
Exactly,
office and finding out there. Lynn West does a great job. We're fortunate to have her, and I don't think I've heard anybody call in and complain that we've had issues there because she does a great job communicating with the media. And then we also, there's 4 or 5 local media sources, and we all push that stuff out because we recognize the importance of getting it out to everybody so they can vote.
Sure. Well, all right. Well, let me know. What's the name of your aggregator site?
Lawrence County Buzz. It's the good news of Lawrence County.
All
no
right.
crime, no obituaries. It's state-level information that people should know, even if they don't. And it's also just a good news, community-centric, county-level news.
Lawrence County Buzz. All right, Brenda, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Take care. Let's go to Charlie in Powdersville. How you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing good, Charlie. Nice to talk to you.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for taking my call, sir.
What's up?
I just want to talk about, I think there's some kind of voter suppression going on because most of our polls that we usually go to here are closed. And I was standing at the library in Powdersville where we normally early vote or whatever with like 5, 6 other elderly couples, and we all went to vote, and we're all standing out here talking. The place is closed up for voting. And now we have to go all the way downtown Anderson.
Yeah.
It's about
And that's,
20 miles.
That's why I've been telling everybody, check scvotes.gov before you leave the house.
But all of them said, we're not going down there.
I know. And that's the big problem. That's the big problem when you have stuff like that.
Awful.
I mean, we just had the last caller. I wish more people did things like Lawrence County and got that information out there. I appreciate it, Charlie. But that's the frustrating part of this whole thing was that there are two places to look up where to go vote. So if you go to one place and it says find my polling place, and you click on there, you go, oh, I'm voting at the church. Okay. No, you're not. You're voting on the church on Tuesday. You have to go to the other site, which is, this is all water under the bridge now. You have to go to the other site about early voting to find out where your voting place is for early voting. And they listed that by county. So that's where it got really confusing for a lot of people. It did. And I certainly hope that we can get that straightened out before the midterms in November. That would be lovely because you got that going on. I want to get to this real quick. There's a coffee shop owner in Idaho. It's called Idaho Roasters Coffee. As a group of ladies, they're pro-life, and they decided they were going to meet at Idaho Roasters Coffee. Well, they got kicked out.
I said everybody is welcome, but I said I don't want this group meeting here. It's like if the KKK asked to meet here, I would say no.
So you think pro-lifers are like the KKK? Is that what you're saying?
In my world, it's the same sort of concept.
That is so beyond far. Pro-lifers, those who advocate for the dignity of every human life, even children in the womb.
I've
You say we're like the KKK.
I've made my point clear. I asked you guys not to meet here. I said it.
Yep. So I hope the Idaho Roasters Coffee Shop gets a lot of publicity over the weekend. Hey, you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you right back here on Monday. We love you. God bless. Buckle up. Bye, y'all.